Look no further than the Sporting Group. I trust any of these energetic pups out on the pitch. The strong and sturdy spaniels make for great defenders. The pointers, graceful and agile, racing towards the goal. And the retrievers, well, good luck getting a ball past them. Luckily for us, they also make loving, loyal family dogs. Sounds like championship qualities to me.
As we get set to crown this year's Best in Show here in Flushing, Queens, a special thanks to U.S. Soccer great Alex Morgan for helping us kick off our second night and a great view. She's going to try and help our team secure the title Best in World at the Women's World Cup this summer on Fox. And for the second straight evening, Arthur Ashe Stadium, the center of the dog universe. This historic venue has seen its share of storybook endings. Tonight, a brand new chapter will be written. We welcome you inside Arthur Ashe Stadium. We're live. The retractable roof is closed, and the dogs are ready to roll. Mr. Frank Kane from Cleveland, England. Jason is our judge for the Sporting Group.
Yes, Mr. Kane is a great sporting expert.
Water dog of France, the Barbet is a joyful, bright, and loyal companion. A rustic breed with roots as far back as the 16th century. This medium-sized dog locates, flushes, and retrieves birds. The breed is named for its distinctive beard. Barb is French for beard. This is Barbet, number 11.
Yes. Position, please. Thank you very much. Okay. Out and back. Just go about as far as where it says Sporting Group. Okay, thank you.
The Barbet leading us off. More on our judge.
Yes, Mr. Frank Kane is quite an accomplished sporting man. He's written numerous books on all sporting breeds. His original breed was the Cocker Spaniel, which in America is called the English Cocker Spaniel. So we'll see whether he favors some of the Cocker Spaniels that he's owned and bred through the years.
And the Barbet, of course, a very versatile sporting dog that flushes and retrieves.
The Bracco Italiano is an ancient pointing breed native to northern Italy, dating back to the 4th and 5th centuries BC. They were well established in the Middle Ages and were primarily used for hunting birds with nets and alongside falconers. They are powerful pointing dogs with aristocratic bearing. A versatile sporting dog, Breaky will hunt, point, retrieve game. These are true hunting dogs and do best with families with an active outdoor lifestyle. This breed became eligible to compete at Westminster for the first time this year. This is Bracco Italiano, number 11.
This is history for this breed. It's the first time they're on the green carpet at Westminster, and this is something that all of the club members will remember forever. This is a very important night for them.
Tim McGraw, part owner, and of course his dad played down the street with the Mets. Tug McGraw, you got to believe his slogan, winning the World Series with the Mets. We're in the center of the dog universe.
The Brittany is full of life. An energetic dog excelling as a hunter, it is the smallest of the pointing breeds. His exuberance may be channeled toward obedience, agility work, or conformation shows. Versatile in the field and highly intelligent, the Brittany is also an excellent choice as a therapy or service dog and as a companion to the active family. This is Brittany, number 23.
And when we're talking about the sporting group's divided into 4 distinct categories. We have the pointers, the retrievers, the setters, and the spaniels. And as we heard, the Brittany is one of the pointing breeds. And this breed is well known for something you'll see when you watch it from the side, which is this beautiful open gait and an actual overreach where the legs extend farther out than any of these other dogs in the sporting that you're going to see. And it's a very unique trait of the breed.
This is Merit being shown by Diego Garcia, and Diego has quite a history of top Brittany's, and his dogs are always in fabulous condition like Merit is tonight.
The Lagotto Romagnolo dates back to Italy's pre-Roman civilization. Originally serving as a water retriever, the breed currently utilizes its excellent sense of smell to locate truffles. This is a small to medium-sized dog with a coat of shorn ring-shaped curls and brown, white, off-white, or orange in color. Agile in both mind and body, this breed has the endurance to work all day. This is Lagotto Romagnolo, number 9.
About halfway in back into.
Well, it's a lot to say. It's a lot to judge. This, of course, one of the 35 breeds, varieties in the sporting group, and 20 best in show wins from this group, the German short-haired pointer CJ most recently.
This is a great breed, though. They're a fabulous hunter, of course, but they're also great family dogs. I know one named Huey that lives near me who is very loved by his family.
And when you talk about hunting, one of the things they hunted was truffles. And being a chef, they're dear to my heart, that's for sure.
A favorite of the Dutch nobility, the Nederlandse Kooikerhund originated hundreds of years ago in Europe as a duck hunter. Outdoors, this alert sporting dog is keen, swift, and attentive. He enjoys working and does so with a cheerful character. In the home, he is a faithful, easygoing, and friendly dog. This is Nederlandse Kooikerhund, number 8.
And similar to the herding group last night, in the sporting group, they have different ways of hunting. And this dog, this breed, is known for working in front of the game, which is very unique.
Sure, and you know, that's what we're going to talk about all night tonight is the way these different dogs hunted, because some worked far away from their owners, much more upland. Some worked very close, and you'll see that because of the size and the way they were bred to be low to the ground.
Yeah, and Michael nailed that one. Not an easy one to say either, but the tail very distinctive.
Thank you.
The pointer is one of the oldest sporting breeds. He searches for game using his highly developed sense of smell, and having found it, freezes into that classical point. A pointer named Sensation is the emblem of Westminster Kennel Club. A hunting dog, he is most importantly an excellent family companion. This is Pointer, number 18.
Well, here you have it. The emblematic dog of Westminster Kennel Club.
The sporting group noticed.
A bit of irony, though. Kitty is the name, and Australian, one of the, we said 13 different foreign countries represented.
Yeah, and I just had the pleasure of watching Kitty win her national specialty a few months ago. She's quite a recognized pointer bitch that we've seen. And, you know, I think she's going to be a crowd favorite, being the emblem of Westminster Kennel Club.
Entries from 49 states. I mentioned 13 countries.
Thank you.
German Shorthair Pointer is an all-purpose gun dog. Developed in Germany in the 19th century from French, Italian, and Spanish pointers, he is an exceptionally fine all-around hunting dog. The German Shorthair Pointer is intelligent, even-tempered, and makes a loyal family dog. This is German Shorthair Pointer, number 16.
These dogs have a running speed between 35 and 45 miles per hour, unless you're in traffic in Queens. You're not
Then it slows you down a little bit.
Just
a little bit. You know, and when you talk about the work they did as well, you're going to see two different types of dogs here. We have the German Shorthair and the German Wirehair Pointer. And while they're slightly different in their construction and make, one of the biggest differences is their coat. And we're going to see the Wirehair versus a smooth. And it was based on the terrain that they were hunting in. And, you know, we apply a sensibility to these breeds to protect them while they're doing their job. Oh, look at this dog just having a party out there.
There's a little, yes.
Sonnet is very excited tonight.
Thank you. Round you go.
And they have treats that they give.
That's
what
right.
Sure, I don't know that the dog's focusing on the treat right now.
I think she's excited to be at Arthur Ashe Stadium.
The development of the German wire-haired pointer began around 1870. He is one of several European retrieving pointers, but unlike some of the others, he has a water-repellent coat. He is probably descended from several versatile hunting breeds, including the German short-haired pointer and the wire-haired pointing Griffon. This is German wire-haired pointer number 7.
And we talked about these differences. With this, between the two of these, you see the difference in the head shape, top line, coat, and temperament. And they have this beautiful, distinctive beard with the eyebrows, and that's protective. That's while they're going through the brush, it would protect their eyes, their mouth, so they were never injured.
That's a great point. A lot of these features are based on safety of
and function.
And function.
Yeah. I mean, that's why we develop different breeds to work in a certain environment that is where they live. You know, if it's a open game field, you don't need the coarse-coated dogs. But when you're hunting through woods and brush,
we are ringside, along with Gail and Jason. I'm Chris, and thanks for being with us here. We're going to get a Best in Show winner tonight. So who will it be? Who will be the king of queens, or maybe a queen of queens ultimately? And we're gonna see the golden retriever, some popular breeds that have never won Best in Show before. We've already had the French Bulldog advance, so we might see history tonight.
Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the Labrador. Labrador has never won the group or Best in Show here, and they were just bested by the French Bulldog for the top most popular breeds. So let's see if that Labrador can get in there.
I think Winston is going to keep trying to come back. Remember, he was reserve last year, so he really has something to prove this year.
Maybe he'll battle the Labrador.
That's right.
All right. More on this group with Michael Lefebvre, our ring announcer. Michael?
A made-in-America breed, the Chesapeake Bay Retriever was developed in the 1800s to retrieve waterfowl from the icy waters of the Chesapeake Bay. A rugged build, an oily double coat, and an intense love for water make the breed especially suited to this task. The Chessie still works today wherever harsh conditions prevail. This is Chesapeake Bay Retriever, number 21.
Thank you. About half wind back. Doing good.
So we love to see the local native breeds. This dog obviously hunted in the Chesapeake Bay, which is typically a very cold bay. So this is why they have this oil-resistant coat. Excuse me, the coat that's oily to be resistant to water. And, you know, when they're out in this frigid water, it protects their organs so that they can swim longer and retrieve much more.
Thank you. Round you go.
Mr. here has done something quite incredible. He's one of only two retrievers in AKC history to have all breed Best in Shows and be a master hunter.
The official dog of Maryland.
The curly-coated retriever, one of the oldest retriever breeds, is a solid color, either liver or black, with an ideal coat of small, tight, crisp curls. Long admired for their outstanding hunting abilities, Curlies are wickedly smart. The Curly is an excellent companion for a family with an active lifestyle. This is Curly Coated Retriever, number 11.
That's fine, thank you. About
And-
halfway back.
And this is what we call a silhouette breed. So this is something that we've talked about yesterday with some of the breeds like the Skipper Key and some of those others. And here in the sporting group, we have another.
Yeah, and you know, this is one of the most graceful retrieving breeds, and it has this unique upstanding quality, and it's modern, but it gives this impression of being really up on its
Thank you.
leg.
Round you go, please. Thank you.
The flat-coated retriever was developed in England more than a century ago. He excels as an upland shooting dog and as an efficient water retriever. Today's flat coat is active, cheerful, and elegant. A versatile family companion and hunting retriever characterized by his dense, flat, lustrous coat, unique outline, and happy wagging tail. This is flat-coated retriever, number 30.
While we're seeing retrievers, and we're here live at the National Tennis Center, the Wilton Tennis Club in London, they tried to train dogs to retrieve tennis balls at tennis events, replacing a ball boy, and the retrieving was fine, but the dogs would wrestle the players trying to get the tennis ball.
Of course.
So that didn't work. So we know they're retrievers, but
out.
not necessarily right for tennis.
Well, Mariah here might be able to do it because she has so many titles at the end of her name, I can't even list them off. She's very accomplished and trainable.
The Golden Retriever originated in Scotland in 1868 as primarily a hunting dog, retrieving upland bird game, waterfowl, and small game. The Golden is known for its friendly, reliable, and trustworthy temperament, as well as its outstanding trainability. The breed marked its 150th anniversary in 2018. This is Golden Retriever, number 16.
Yeah, we keep talking about popular breeds. French Bulldog moved ahead of the Labrador Retriever. The top three most popular breeds, though, have never won Best in Show, which includes a lot of people out there hollering for this dog tonight.
Yeah, this dog and any Golden Retriever that's ever here,
Here, listen to the crowd. There you go, right on cue.
They will support any Golden Retriever. They love the breed, and you should love this breed. They're so good with children. They're just the perfect family
Round
pet.
you go, thank you.
And they're also very good service dogs. That's something, you know, they work in the community as well.
The Labrador Retriever is actually a product of Newfoundland and not nearby Labrador. Bred to work with fishermen, Labs are athletic dogs whose temperament is a human-oriented and eager to please. They are renowned as hunting dogs, family companions, search and rescue dogs, and therapy and assistance dogs, and were the most registered AKC breed for over 30 years. This is Labrador Retriever, number 67.
Notice and come back. Thank you.
And as Michael Lefebvre just said, they're from Newfoundland originally. And this dog, Bo, actually was bred in Newfoundland.
Which is a very rare thing to hear. And you know, when you talk about where they were bred, Newfoundland, one of the most important things is this dense water-resistant coat and that thick, bushy tail, because that tail was a rudder in the water. And so it helped them propel themselves through the water to retrieve the game.
Thank you.
The Nova Scotia Duck Tolling Retriever, or toller, was developed to toll, lure, and retrieve waterfowl. Tolling is the playful action of a dog retrieving sticks or balls along the shoreline. Bred to resemble a fox in appearance, the toller is the smallest of the retrievers and makes an ideal hunting companion. This is Nova Scotia Duck Tolling Retriever, number 7.
And you just heard a great description of this breed. And it's so unique because this dog wasn't necessarily meant to retrieve for its whole purpose. It was actually this dog that was a lure, and it would walk along the banks of the shore, and they would see the tail and the dog, and the ducks would follow them.
Yeah, and the wedge-shaped head, right, the proper length of a muzzle so they could comfortably hold a bird.
This is a very important point, Chris. They all have to have a jaw capable of holding the game that they were bred to hunt. And they also have the strength of neck. And you'll see, you know, if they were picking up a duck, which is heavy,
Thank you, Randy.
their necks are not long and graceful. They're sturdier because they have to have that strong strength to pick up the animal.
As a family dog, the English Setter is unsurpassed. His even temperament, devotion, and quiet manner, ease of care and training, and fondness for children make him an ideal companion. City, suburb, or country, it doesn't matter to an English Setter where he lives as long as he lives in a house with people he loves. This is English Setter, number 18.
Thank you, please. Thank you. Thank you, that's fine. About halfway and back, please.
This is Cider being handled by Adam Bernardin, and Adam has piloted other setters to reserve, Irish setter, in fact, to reserve Best in Show at Westminster before.
And Chris, you know, you hear the word setter. This is very important because this is the next subset. A setter would actually crouch, and when they were originated, they would crouch, and the net would be thrown over them to catch the game. So that's why they would call them a setter.
And nice to have Cider in the Big Apple. Work with me here. Sorry.
Originally known as black and tan setters, Gordon setters first became prominent in Scotland through the Duke of Gordon. Among very first breeds registered with the AKC, the Gordons were hugely popular as personal bird dogs. Daniel Webster owned one of 2 Gordons imported into the U.S. in 1842. They are alert, lively, and loyal family dogs that excel as hunters. This is Gordon Setter, number 14.
Here's Lola, and of course she's a top show dog right now, showing in the group at Westminster, but she's also a fun companion dog that loves to kayak and stand up on paddle boards. So I love seeing those fun facts that people do these great things with their pets that are show dogs.
Yeah, and it speaks to the versatility of all these dogs. You know, that we talk about temperament. The sporting dogs have such good temperaments for families, for any kind of assistant work. So that's why you see all these titles and all these different jobs they do. You know, most people aren't out hunting anymore. So, and bravo to the people that use them for their original purpose.
The Irish Setter has been called the most beautiful of dogs. With a rich red flowing coat, his regal bearing turns heads wherever he goes. A rollicking personality is a trademark of the breed. At home, he is a loyal, loving companion. In the field, a swift-moving hunter, pointing upland birds. This is Irish Setter, number 7.
Yeah, the Irish Setter, you go back to the 1962 movie Big Red, that increased the popularity of the breed. Would love to hear Ben Mankiewicz on TCM break that down for us. Anytime we can get him involved in a classic movie and a classic dog, it would be nice. But that is a good-looking, known for the brilliant coat.
You want to talk classic? This dog was at the 1877, the first Westminster Dog Show. This breed was there. So that is truly a classic.
I think we should always have a classic in such a beautiful stadium like we're in right now.
There you are. Thank you. Round you go.
Just look at how merry this dog is and rollicking. You can see that word rollicking as they go. They just look, they're smiling.
Yeah, talk about where we are. I mean, we've had people like McEnroe and Connors and Martina, Billie Jean, Everett win here. But for the first time, Best in Show will be crowned here. More of the Sporting Group when we continue live from New York.
Can't stop, addicted to the shindig. Chop, chop, it says.
The Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show is sponsored by Purina Pro Plan, nutrition that performs. Hello, everyone. I'm Jenny Taft. So great to be with you for what promises to be another thrilling and drama-filled evening. We are halfway through the sporting group. The working and terrier groups will follow. And, of course, the night will culminate in the moment we have all been eagerly anticipating, the coveted Best in Show. Let's get back to the judging. Send it over to Chris Myers.
All right, thank you, Jenny. Empire State Building lit up in Westminster colors tonight as we continue with the sporting group and our ring announcer, Michael LaFave.
Despite its name, the Irish red and white setter is a distinct breed. Known in Ireland since the 17th century, the red and whites are considered the older of the two Irish setters. Nearly extinct by the end of the 19th century, red and whites began to reemerge by the 1940s. They are strong and athletic with a keen, intelligent attitude. This is Irish red and white setter number 15.
So, Chris, you might notice the markings on this dog. And they're really important. That's what sets us apart from the other ones. They want these islands of red. They have to be a white dog with clear islands, and you can certainly see that here.
And we saw our judge checking, as you often point, the bite early on.
And the bite's critical in all these sporting breeds because it's how they held the bird when they were retrieving it.
The American Water Spaniel originated in the Midwest and is one of the few original American breeds. It is believed that the Irish Water Spaniel, curly-coated retriever, and the extinct English Water Spaniel figured into the breed's development. This is a versatile hunting dog used on all types of waterfowl and upland game. This is American Water Spaniel, number 7.
Thank you very much. About as far as the platform and turn. Thank you.
And this handler, Kayla Kozak, her family has been showing dogs since 1930. And that's a testament to the generations,
tradition.
right?
That's
it's
a great
family
tradition,
after
yeah.
family after family. This is a wonderful breed. This dog, Smokey, of course, is the 5th generation of Westminster breed winners from this kennel.
Thank you very much. Round you go.
Yeah, the owners are from Wisconsin. I know there's a watch party, Westminster watch party going on at a nice hangout called Woof there, so we appreciate you tuning in.
The Boykin Spaniel was developed in South Carolina in the early 1900s. This dark brown Flushing Spaniel excels at swimming and retrieving. They are an energetic companion that can hunt all day and then double as family pets at night. The Boykin is the official state dog of South Carolina. This is Boykin Spaniel, number 7.
This dog has such an interesting work ethic. They were used in dove fields and duck marshes. And you can see the size. That made them easy to fit into the boats. So, we see all these varying sizes. Well, this was because this dog was primarily used in a boat originally.
And they're one of the webbed-footed. How do you say that? Web-footed?
Web pod? We knew what you meant.
Web pod?
Like Spider-Man.
The Clumber Spaniel is believed to have originated in France but bred in England. And he takes his name from the country park in Nottinghamshire. Largest of all land spaniels, he is a methodical worker in the field developed specifically for hunting upland game and dense cover. The Clumber was one of the first breeds shown at Westminster and recognized by the AKC. This is Clumber Spaniel, number 7.
Thank you. About halfway and back, please.
Clumber Spaniel name. You know, there was a Clumber Spaniel named Figgy that went viral with over 2 million views on TikTok.
Well, you can see why. I mean,
there's a lot of character in that face.
There's a lot of character. And you know what? That character translates into ability. You know, they have this heavy brow to protect their eyes when they were going through the low brush in England's Midlands. You can see they're long, they're low, and they're level.
Thank you. Round you go.
And they've been around a long time. You say they're popular on TikTok. They've been popular since 1878.
Right. Popular since the clock was invented.
That's right.
The Cocker Spaniel evolved in America from the English Cocker and is the smallest of the sporting breeds. An upland bird gun dog, he derives his name from his skill with woodcock in the field, but he also is an accomplished swimmer and retriever. In the show ring, Cockers compete in 3 color varieties. Black is the first of those varieties, which includes both black and black with tan points. This is Black Cocker Spaniel, number 7.
Kind of an interesting coat shape and the look of that, the way it falls.
Well, of course, this is a show dog, so his coat's been let to grow out a little more, and he's groomed regularly. He's not out in the field every day. But if you took that coat down, he could go right out in the field, I'm sure.
Yeah, and Chris, you can see that there's extra hair on the limbs, and that's to protect the dog when it's running through the field. And that's why we have these dogs that grow more hair and more profuseness on the legs.
Yeah, it looks like he's wearing an overcoat.
Yes, absolutely. And you can see how shiny that coat is. That's so imperative, that silky coat, because it doesn't catch debris.
He looks gorgeous, and I love him. It looks like he's wearing a tuxedo, doesn't he? Without the white,
Thank you. Round you go.
That would not be allowed.
The bow tie.
But Memphis also has titles in rally and agility, so he's very, very trainable and likes to compete.
The affectionate disposition and beautiful expression of the Cocker Spaniel have made it among the most popular companion dogs for centuries. This is the Ascov variety Cocker Spaniel. Ascov stands for any solid color other than black and includes buffs and browns. This is Ascov Cocker Spaniel, number 11.
Bite these for me.
And just so you know, this is the smallest of the sporting breeds.
Now, could we see him go?
And they were used to hunt smaller game like woodcock, hence Cocker Spaniel.
In 2004, a Cocker Spaniel Ascov named Tangle became the first cancer-detecting dog, using a sense of smell to help detect the disease. That's amazing.
I'm not surprised at all. I think there's so many things that these dogs can do. We haven't even tapped it. We haven't scratched the surface of what dogs can do. They can smell skin cancer and other things. It's really incredible. Cockers are, they've been a family favorite for many, many years. They used to be one of the top dogs at
once the most popular, right? I believe
so. Yeah, many times.
Michael Pitts is handling Lappies.
Thank you.
And this is the party color variety for Cockers that are 2 or more solid colors, with one of those colors being white. This is party color Cocker Spaniel, number 7.
Party colors?
I knew you were going to go there. Something about a party.
I won't say. There's a writer's strike, so I'm lost on this one.
Halfway in back, please.
But the colors obviously differentiate. We're seeing a different array of Cocker Spaniels here, so that's why this one, since 1899.
Right, they were always divided by the colors. So
and judged that way, correct?
Right, we put them into subcategories, but the standard is still the same, except for the reference to color. And when you're talking about Cocker Spaniels, this was certainly a breed that worked much closer to the hunter than, say, the Irish Setter, who went much further upland when they hunted. So you can see the size also determined how far away they worked from the hunter.
The English Cocker Spaniel is a descendant of the original English Spaniel reported in the journals in the late 1300s. The English Cocker is a compactly built, active, merry sporting dog, considered a large dog in a small package. In 1946, the English Cocker Spaniel became a separate breed from the Cocker Spaniel. This is English Cocker, number 11.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Gail, I think you're going to be cheering for this breed, aren't you?
We're getting...
Absolutely. Of course. I have an orange and white English Cocker at home named Simon. Simon hope you're watching. Hope you're watching Vito here, because Vito's about to show his stuff. This is a wonderful breed, and you heard Michael, of course, and a popular one tonight, talk about Mary. Again, their Mary is a very important part of their temperament.
Some parts of New York, you don't mess with Vito.
That's right. Maybe that's why they're cheering.
Thank you. Time to go.
But they move with power, not necessarily speed. Are they judged that way?
You picked that up well, because they're a strong, rounded dog, and they have to push through heavy brush.
The true beauty of the English Springer Spaniel is found in the expression of its original purpose, a companion gun dog used to flush or spring game. Springers were the larger siblings of the smaller Cocker Spaniels, and in 1902 were recognized as a separate breed. His kind, trusting nature brought him from the field into the home. This is English Springer Spaniel, number 14.
That's fine, thank you. Halfway and back for me.
And so Chanel is part of a breeding program that has taken over a decade to really produce what she is today. She has different backgrounds. They've combined English, Danish, Swedish, all kinds of different dogs into her pedigree to create this beautiful female who's here tonight.
And an English Springer Spaniel, one of the 2 dogs that accompanied the Pilgrims when they came over
Round you go.
on the Mayflower.
Oh, wonderful. Very interesting.
Yeah.
I love that dedication of the breeders and making it happen. She just looks fabulous.
All right, let's welcome in Jamie Little in just a few
in the
moments.
Midlands of England in the 19th century, the Field Spaniel is among the rarest of Spaniel breeds. A combination of beauty and utility, the Field Spaniel is versatile and intelligent, excelling in hunting, obedience, agility, or tracking, and in the show ring. They are affectionate and devoted to their family. This is Field Spaniel, number 11.
Dentition, please.
So, we talk about different parts of the
again,
dog.
please.
And if we look at this dog's
fine,
head,
thank you.
usually the muzzle, the mouth, and the top of the head are parallel planes. They're usually described as parallel. These have divergent planes, and it's a very unique feature. Because of the dog being low, it allowed it to sight lower to the ground instead of upward and out. So it's a very unique characteristic of the breed, and you can see the side profile of the head, how the planes are a little different. They're not straight across from each other.
Did you get that, Chris?
There's a lot there, but I just know it's a cool-looking dog to watch. Had kind of a strut.
You could take him around a little more slowly than that, please.
A confident strut.
And Judge, you heard him asking to go slower. He wants to take another look.
Yeah,
Side
you
gate.
don't get that all the time, right? It's just once in a while with a particular dog. Let's check in with Jamie. Jamie, what's going on?
And Chris, yes, the sporting dogs, they can have so many talents. They're active. They want to be busy. So take, for instance, the Irish Water Spaniel, Sloan, just to my right. Sloan was given up back to the breeder as a puppy because he was too rambunctious. So his new owners decided they needed to get him involved. They did agility. They worked with him in master's obedience, and he was the perfect specimen. He excelled everywhere. So they decided he was ready for the show ring. A couple years later, here he is trying to win best in the group. Michael, back to you.
The Irish Water Spaniel is the sole surviving water dog of Britain and Ireland. He was one of the first breeds recognized in this country and is originally used exclusively as a waterfowl retriever. His eager disposition, curly coat, and rat-like tail made him uniquely qualified for the task. This is Irish Water Spaniel, number 7.
Yeah, and Jamie, that was an interesting report. You mentioned back to the days of being a puppy.
About halfway and back, please.
Research here talking about dogs that dream. All dogs dream, but puppies and older dogs, they're the ones that dream more frequently. I don't know how they confirm that. But I'm sure he's having some thoughts, some dreams about being on the big stage, as Jamie set it up.
Yes, I'm sure he's dreaming about going to Best in Show.
Exactly.
And you know what? The Irish Water Spaniel is called the clown of the sporting group because they have such a fun temperament. And,
Thank you, Ron.
maybe people didn't understand that this breed is really meant to be a happy-go-lucky dog, and that's so important.
I think we can see it here.
I'd never discourage that. I encourage it. I think it's great. Look how happy he is.
A Sussex Spaniel gets its name from the county of Sussex in England, where it almost certainly originated as one of the oldest distinct Spaniel breeds. The dog is a slow, close, working gun dog that is especially valuable in heavy brush. The Sussex cheerful and affectionate nature is demonstrated by its almost constantly wagging tail. This is Sussex Spaniel, number 8.
And here we have Emery being handled by Amy Penal. She went Best of Breed at Spaniel Club, which is a very large, prestigious event.
And the oldest dog to win Best in Show was
That's right,
Sussex
Stump
Spaniel.
in 2009.
At 10 years, 2 months. Now, we don't always get ages a lot to tell you about unless it figures into...
Thank you. Round you go.
Well, some of us don't like to give our age.
Understandable. We are not our age, we are our energy.
Thank you.
The Welsh Springer Spaniel is a relatively rare in this country, but probably one of the oldest recognizable spaniel breeds. Energetic and intelligent, hardworking and water-loving, he is a reliable showman and a field dog. He is an excellent family companion, great with children, and devoted to his owners. This is Welsh Springer Spaniel, number 8.
Chris, earlier you were talking about kennel names and registered names. The breed we just saw, the Sussex Spaniel, and now this Welsh Springer, are both from the same kennel name, Sussex, you may notice. That means they're bred by the same people.
And it's the registered name. There's a lot there, and then you go with a call name. Now, how about the protective coat? It's supposed to be self-cleaning, waterproof, thorn-proof. I mean, if you can make carpet like that, you make a fortune.
Exactly. It is low maintenance, and it would be a great carpet, and we developed these coats to be that kind of low maintenance protective hair.
The Spinoni Italiano is an ancient Italian gun dog. He is an excellent pointer and readily retrieves from land or water. Tireless in the field, he is affectionate, gentle, and calm at home. The Spinoni is only for owners with a sense of humor and a tolerance for wet beards. This is Spinoni Italiano, number 15.
And this is such a unique dog. Look, you can see the beard. They talked about that. He's called the all-terrain sporting dog.
About halfway in back.
And you can see that.
Yeah, you're the perfect guy because you have to have a sense of humor and a wet beard. So
I'm the perfect guy to be commenting on that one. Okay.
That's why I can't let you go
That's
first.
right. That's right. This is Atlas, being shown by Danielle Freakman. Won his national specialty in 2021. Always an honor to win that. And Chris, like some people I know, he's looking forward to having a cheeseburger tonight.
Can't go wrong with a cheeseburger, especially at midnight.
That's right. I agree. Very nice. Thank you, Atlas.
The Vizsla is the pride of Hungary. Cultivated and closely guarded by the Hungarian aristocracy until the end of World War II. The Vizsla hunts and points game birds and is bold and confident in the field. He is a medium build with a short golden rust coat. Energetic and demanding of human interaction and readily adaptable to many activities. This is Vizsla, number 16.
Thank you.
Yeah, we were talking about cheeseburger a moment ago. The human, we have taste buds anywhere, can range our taste buds between 2,000 and 10,000, but dogs, 1,700 different taste buds.
That's incredible.
But that is a good one. That's an eye-catching dog.
Well, I have one of those at home.
Oh, it's okay. So you're,
I like to.
You're leaning in that direction.
I am leaning that direction. This is Maggie being handled by Clint Livingston. Very feminine.
Yeah, and you know why it's eye-catching is because it's so moderate and lean, and they're compact. They're a much different shape than a lot of the sporting dogs we see.
Thank you.
The Weimaraner was developed by German noblemen in Weimar in the 1800s and was initially bred to hunt big game. When landholdings diminished, pointing gun stock was introduced and Weimaraners evolved into bird dogs. They are often referred to as the gray ghost. This is Weimaraner, number 10.
Michael mentioned,
thank you.
Gray ghost. How can they're also known as a Velcro dog? Why is that?
Well, the Vizslas are definitely known as a Velcro dog.
They like to stick to you. They stay close. They love it. Yeah.
They want their people.
Yeah, they love their owners.
The gray ghost obviously is because of the color.
Correct.
But a lot of these sporting dogs, were bred to work with human and be close to their people, and they love their people. This is Michelle Scott showing Fizz.
The wire-haired pointing Griffon is an athletic, lively bird dog with a strong prey drive and a biddable temperament. It is a medium-sized dog with a harsh coat to protect it while hunting upland birds and waterfowl. The Griffon is a loyal, affectionate family companion and is adaptable to any task its owner asks it to perform. This is wire-haired pointing Griffon, number 9.
The dentition, please, for me.
Chris, you might think this looks like
That's
the
fine, thank you.
German wire-haired pointer,
Yes.
but there are some very major differences in structure.
Sure, the German wire-haired pointer is higher on leg and more compact. And, you know, this dog, you can see where the versatility would come in if you think about the work it did, which was both land and water.
Yeah, and speaking of versatility, it's been called the four-wheel drive of hunting dogs. Hope he comes with a sunroof.
Sure, and we see that, and you can see that they compare very similarly to some of the other dogs with the heavy coat, a little more bone, a little more substance.
A completely separate breed from the Vizsla, the wire-haired was developed from Vizsla and German wire-haired pointer stock as a versatile hunting dog with a large frame and a dense wire coat, more suitable for cold weather hunting. Affectionate and loyal, it is an excellent companion for active families of all ages. This is wire-haired Vizsla, number 15.
Thank you very much. Thank you. That's fine.
And you can make no mistake that this is a definitely different breed because the head is much broader, it has wire coat, much more bone and substance. And, you know, they develop these to work in more dense cover and in the woods.
This is
Thank you. Round you go.
Casey Jordan handling tonight. She's got a very happy wire-haired Vizsla.
So now Frank Kane, after seeing all of the dogs in the sporting group, will make his selection. The 5th group of 7 group winners before we get to Best in Show tonight.
Frank has a very discerning eye for all sporting breeds. And this is where he's going to be very critical and look for the virtue that he sees in each of these dogs.
Right. It's critical not in saying what's wrong with it, but critical in its analysis.
It's a confirmation as much as a competition.
He's taking in the shape, the look of the head, the eye, the expression, the muscling.
He's getting the handlers all very excited as he comes close.
They're getting very intense. You can see a lot of intense looks from the handlers, trying to make sure their charges are showing and standing and looking perfect.
Hey, it's taking a while here. Is it that challenging? They all seem to move well.
Well, this is Westminster, you know, so he's being challenged even as much of an expert as he is because we have such good dogs here.
Bring these two, please.
Oh, here we go.
Look what we have out there. The Bronco. The Brittany, the Pointer, the German short hair.
Let's see if the golden comes out. No?
Thank you.
The English setter.
Lovely.
Thank you.
Black Cocker Spaniel.
Thank you.
The Field Spaniel.
Thank you.
And the Irish Water Spaniel.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So from 35, this is what we have.
Let's narrow it down. I hope we get to see them move again, one at a time.
I'm sure you're at home.
I love watching them move.
Yeah, and people at home, right, watching, saying, I like this one, and why is that one in there? And I hope this one advances from the group.
And he's looking down the neck and shoulder to see how the legs fit into the neck and how the front's assembled.
Thank you. One at a time, please. One at a time. Right round. Steady pace.
Yeah, both Jason and Gail have judged shown dogs before. As they look at
This beautiful, unique side gate. And Brittany showing
Brittany
beautifully.
Merritt. This is Kitty from Australia.
Here we have the short hair pointer. And the English setter.
At the setter, Brittany jumped out at me. I don't know about you, but I'm not judging.
Wow.
The Brittany's always a beautiful moving
They love,
breed.
yeah, it's just watching them go around, of course.
Good crowd tonight.
Cheering on the field spaniel. Big support from the crowd.
It's great. And of course, Sloan.
A beautiful Irish water spaniel. Just look at that effortless movement.
Bring the English setter, please.
Oh, there we go. Cider.
Irish water spaniel, please.
Interesting.
The pointer, please. Brittany, please.
All right,
Thank
Brittany's
you
in
all
the
very
mix.
much. Thank
There
you.
you go.
That's it.
Bring them on here. Bring them out, please. Join the line. Right, will you take them round, please?
And the English setter being handled by Adam Bernardin, leading the pack.
And this is nice. He's giving all the dogs he pulled one last go around for the crowd to cheer on, show their support.
I mean, this is like third layer
Thank
judging.
you. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Thank you.
That's how he called it.
Cider takes it.
This win means a lot with Mr. Kane because he's such an expert in the breeds.
And here come all of the competitors.
Cider, the English setter, female. The Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show, sponsored by Cosequin Joint Health Supplements. Support your dog's joint health with Cosequin. Crowd gathering around. That was a very difficult decision to start this evening off. So we have 5 group winners, 2 more to go. Let's go to Jamie Little.
Adam getting all the handshakes around here. That was some tough competition for you, Adam. What made you guys stand out? 35 breeds here.
Beautiful type, absolutely feminine, beautiful on her legs, beautiful tail carriage, just had lots of heart.
A lot of heart. What else do you want people to know about this beautiful dog, Cider?
She's beautiful, she's fun to be around, she's a sweetheart, she'll sleep on your bed, she'll hunt birds, do everything she's supposed to.
Great in the ring, great at home, and she's so happy. Congratulations. We'll see you at Best in Show.
Thanks.
Jenny.
Jamie, great stuff. Congratulations to Cider, our winner from the sporting group, the English setter. Don't worry, guys. The working group is next. Don't go anywhere. The Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show is sponsored by Purina Pro Plan. Well, we have our winner from the sporting group, Cider, the English setter, taking that famous shot. And congratulations, we will be seeing Cider later tonight. Best in Show. We also had Irish Water Spaniel, the Pointer, and Brittany, our 4th place finisher. Well, once again, there have been so many great competitions going on during Westminster Week. The 8th annual Masters Obedience Championship took place on Saturday, an invitational competition where dogs and handlers show their ability to work as a team through a series of exercises like retrieving over a jump, heeling off leash, and obeying hand signals. Now, this is something I hope my dog Otis is watching and taking notes, because we have a long way to go. So a huge congratulations to Baker, the Golden Retriever, for winning the championship. Guys, I love the working dogs. They are some of my favorite. Loyal, big, so much fun. Don't miss it.
It's such a tough one.
Aerial coverage of the Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show is sponsored by the Home Depot. We are just about ready for the working group, our second of the evening. When we return, the Akita is ready and the Dogo Argentino. One last break before taking the court. I could not get enough of those dogs and the tennis balls living their best life here. Well, the working group, our second group of the night, is on the clock, just minutes away. But now let's send it down to Jamie Little.
Thank you, Jenny. You know, when it comes to master's obedience, usually you see breeds like labs, golden retrievers, and border collies. You don't typically see a lot of cocker spaniels, let alone a 13-year-old cocker. That makes this story that much more unique and sweet.
Say hi. Around.
In 2008, Stella and John Rowlett were looking for their first dog together. Being new to the dog world and not knowing where to find a breeder, they turned to the American Cocker Spaniel Rescue near their home in Washington. That's where they found their first dog, Heidi, then Louie. So you had two great experiences with your first two rescues, and then all of a sudden, there's this opportunity for a third dog. Tell me how that happened.
We heard about Cherry Pie in July of 2010. She has a very, very sad story. She was a 3-month-old puppy. She was hit by a car. The owner wanted to euthanize her. The vet saved her, and she was being fostered by my friend.
I remember picking her up, and she still had that like chunk of metal in her leg under the skin, and she was so sweet.
I think there was an instant bond there. So I took her to obedience school right away, and by the end of, I think, 9 weeks, she actually finished first. So I knew that, okay, this dog can go somewhere.
Cherry Pie excelled, racking up title after title, even ranking as the #1 Cocker Spaniel in obedience in 2016. Over the course of her career, she's had 2 knee surgeries stemming from her car accident and underwent chemo treatment to beat lymphoma. But again, she prevailed. Then, in 2017, Stella and John said goodbye to their beloved Louie. And a few years later, another loss.
In 2021, Heidi was dying. I never know that I can cry so much. It was so weird to not have her. Cherry Pie knew that. After Heidi died, she made sure that I practiced and kept me busy. And we were doing so much better at shows. And in 2022, we were able to qualify for Westminster. And we are the first team with a cocker to be invited to Master Obedience.
It's an absolute honor to have Cherry invited to be the first Cocker Spaniel to compete there.
The members of the Westminster Kennel Club would like to welcome you to our 8th annual obedience trial.
I think she did great. I think it's a challenging show, but I'm glad that she actually made a good effort. Over. I want to thank my vets because they made this possible. They saved her.
What do you want people to know about giving a dog a second chance?
I think finding the right fit is the most important part in a second chance situation. And just because they are a rescue doesn't mean that they are less also. They can just be as good if they are given the right chance.
And Cherry Pie is retiring from obedience this year, but don't worry, Stella and John are going to keep her plenty busy learning how to do some scent work. So this story, it's proof that you can teach a rescue dog new tricks. Jenny?
Oh, Jamie, that was wonderful about Cherry Pie. The working group is coming up next. That boxer we just saw, the winningest breed in the group. Could they win again? Stick around.
I'll stare directly at the sun and never in the mirror. It must be exhausting.
The Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show is presented by Purina Pro Plan.
Winning a championship is hard work. Luckily, the working group has what it takes. Smart and protective, these dedicated pups are happiest when they have a job to do, like my 12 Great Pyrenees who guard the livestock at my farm. The Doberman Pinscher assists the police while the Siberian Husky can pull a sled clear across the tundra. One could call these 31 breeds the muscle of the dog world. So get ready, Westminster. Here come the big dogs.
And you can find Beyond Organic products from Grammy-nominated singer Khalees Rogers Farm at bountyandfull.com. To Michael LaFave.
May we have the working group in the ring, please.
All right, so the working group, 15 Best in Show champions have come from here, and the dogs of this group bred to perform, just touched on a moment ago, jobs like guarding property, pulling sleds, performing water rescues, a lot of variety.
Absolutely. They've been helping people in many different ways for a very long time.
Last winner from this group, the Best in Show, was Josh Newfoundland, was the Newfoundland back in 2004.
Oh, beautiful dog. One of the owners, of course, was David Helming, our show chairman. I'm sure that was a special night for him. It's a very large group. But some of the most popular breeds, Dobermans, Boxers, Cane Corsos, which are, of course, gaining in popularity.
Still filing in Arthur Ashe Stadium here, 31 total tonight.
One of my favorite breeds, the breed I bred, Great Danes, through the years.
Yeah, one of the many that you also judged. Speaking of judges, Mrs. Paula Nichol from Washington, Missouri is our judge this evening.
And I grew up in the St. Louis area, and so I had the pleasure of watching her show her 50 pointer champions. She actually has bred 50 pointer champions under her Sidmar banner. But she's been involved for almost 50 years in the sport, and she is an excellent breeder owner handler who has now become an international judge, and this is her 8th Westminster assignment.
Quite an accomplishment. Yes, Paula's been a great mentor to me in my judging career, judging pointers. She's always been there to answer any questions I had, and she's taught me quite a lot.
A national treasure in Japan, the Akita's proud heritage includes hunting large game. This powerful and dignified dog is renowned for courage and loyalty, but may not be tolerant of other animals. Somewhat aloof towards strangers, they form strong family bonds. The Akita is a highly intelligent and responds best to early socialization and training. This is Akita, number 9.
So, you know, this dog is hailing from Japan. And one of the fascinating things is you can even see it while it's running. Its ears are hooded, so they point forward, which is a very unique characteristic of the breed. And there's another one of the dogs that carries its tail over its back in a curl.
No, that's a cool, very noticeable. And celebrity owners of the Akita, Dan Aykroyd and Drake, just to mention a couple.
I love Kenzo's beautiful coat. Right? You can see the different colors in there. It's just gorgeous.
Let's check in with Jamie Little.
Well, the next dog up, Chris, is the Alaskan Malamute Tice. If you don't recognize him, maybe you'll remember this. Last year, while in the show ring, he just kept talking.
This is Tice, by the way, making all the noise. The Alaskan Malamute, still howling.
And his handler, Cindy, told me he just gets bored and he talks all the time. And I watched her grooming him today, and he just talks. So expect more of that tonight.
Okay. Put him on The Voice. It's a different
The Alaskan Malamute is the most powerful of the Arctic breeds. With a thick double coat and boundless energy, he originally excelled at pulling heavy loads and now makes an excellent active companion, if the owner is up to it. In 2010, the Malamute became the official state dog of native Alaska. This is Alaskan Malamute, number 7.
So we're going to see a couple Arctic dogs in here, and the Malamute, unlike the Siberian, it worked as a singular dog that pulled a sledge. So it would pull the freight of the family as they had to migrate from different areas. And they could never be too big. And the single most important factor of this dog is the coat. That was its survival mechanism. It had to be off-standing, hard-textured, double-coated to protect the dog from all the elements.
I mean, not yet a Best in Show, but you know, that signature cap of the head, right, the face with the white and the marking, very impressive.
The Anatolian Shepherd Dog is an ancient breed from Turkey and Asia Minor. A true working dog, bred to be a livestock guardian, he is a highly intelligent, independent, extremely fast and agile. He is also very territorial, so a formal introduction is necessary for strangers. This is Anatolian Shepherd Dog, number 9.
So when he says territorial, that speaks directly to its purpose. This was a perimeter dog, so it would guard a perimeter of properties. It's a great dog to have on your property. If you have encroaching animals or things like that come onto your property, these will protect your property from that.
And this dog, Groot, his name, which of course I love.
That's fabulous.
You know, Guardians of the Galaxy,
Yeah.
but he's in excellent condition. You can see his muscling. You can see that he could do the job he was bred to do.
These Swiss farm dogs of the Mastiff type were early helpers to alpine herders and could be seen pulling their carts to market well into the 1800s. Bernese Mountain Dogs are strong, tricolored dogs with a self-confident nature. They are a versatile breed enjoying many performance activities as well as serving as therapy dogs. This is Bernese Mountain Dog, number 27.
Always a fan favorite.
Yep.
But let's talk about the speed she moves for the dog. It's very important that the judge can see the dog's gait properly. It's a nice gait, nice flowing gait for this large dog.
Yeah, interesting gait right there.
But of course, he can move fast when he needs to.
Thank you.
And these were used for draft work, so they would pull carts. Also droving as well. They were really utilitarian at the homesteads.
And gait movement you're talking about, obviously.
That's right. The movement of the dog.
The Black Russian Terrier is a large and powerful dog that is highly intelligent and dominant in nature. The breed was developed in Russia in the 1950s for military work. With proper socialization and training, they make excellent companions and excel in obedience and agility competitions. This is Black Russian Terrier, number 8.
Down and back just halfway.
As part of the judging, a dog has to be kind of in step and that type of thing. It can show personality but not get out of line. Is that part of what we're talking about when we say gaits?
So the gait's described in the standard, so each breed has a unique style of gait. So we can't just say all dogs walk alike. You know, a Fox Terrier has a pendulum-like gait, so it's like a clock swinging. And a Pekingese has a rolling gait, so you'll notice this roll as they walk. Some dogs move parallel, in line with each other. So all the legs are going in specific directions for the standard.
The Burbull is a descendant of Mastiffs that first came to South Africa with the founders of the Dutch settlement in 1652. An all-around farm dog and guardian, the Burbull is an agile and intelligent breed that is devoted to its family. They are self-assured, fearless, and strong-willed, requiring frequent and ongoing socialization. This is Burbull, number 7.
You know, more of the judging, Gail, since it's something both you and Jason have done in this case. I mean, how people distinguish. There's a standard, right? It starts with that, measured against that particular breed.
That's correct. And of course, you know, Paula, for example, knows exactly what the standard is for all of these breeds, and she's judging for if this Burbull is as close to that written standard as possible. Now, this dog has won Best of Breed here before. This is his second year, so he's obviously a quality example.
He could weigh as much as 200 pounds.
The boxer is fearless, highly intelligent, and happy. Originally bred to run down and hold wild boar and bear, he is not a dog for the timid and can be protective when called upon. Extremely intuitive, he is always responsive to his owner's moods and is a fine, alert companion dog to any family. This is Boxer, number 21.
Here we have Doc, who is the #1 boxer in Canada, talking about our international entries.
Right. We have. I love the intrigue when these dogs come from other countries, compete against the American dogs that are shown here all the time.
And we are in Queens, New York, and more than 130 different languages are spoken here. Doesn't include the barking, by the way. And we mentioned 13 foreign countries, 49 states represented this year at Westminster, the 147th year of this competition, but the first ever right here.
And the boxer actually was, at the first year was entered Westminster, was 1914.
4 Best in Show titles for the boxer.
The Bull Mastiff, the original gamekeeper's night dog, was developed to protect English estates from poachers in the latter half of the 19th century. Today's Bull Mastiff is an athletic and agile dog with a sound temperament and body. He is a dependable and loyal family member and still protective of his family's property. This is Bull Mastiff, number 9.
Here we have Wyatt, who is a seizure response service dog for his owner.
And you know, that's really interesting, and that speaks to the breed, because this breed was a very sensitive breed, and they guarded at night, and they had to be silent. So it makes perfect sense that this dog would sense things more so than seeing and reacting to things.
Yeah, and unlike our howling Malamute, Alaskan Malamute, they don't bark much. Silence a virtue when guarding estates.
The Cane Corso is a descendant of the ancient Roman Molossian dog that accompanied the legions of their vast campaigns across Europe. After the fall of the Roman Empire, his versatility was put to good use as a livestock guardian and as an invaluable aid in the hunt. His temperament is a unique blend of guardian and companion to the family. This is Cane Corso, number 7.
And with all the dogs that we're seeing here, the handler makes a difference. It's very important that they know how to work that dog and show the dog to the best of their ability. And I think Kathy Musto does a great job with Cane Corso.
Yes, and she's won quite a bit with this dog, and it's such a beautiful representative of the breed.
Yeah, this breed does do some dock diving, among other things.
That has to be tremendous to watch.
Right,
love to see that.
Big splash.
Developed in New Hampshire, the Chinook is truly an American breed. They are highly trainable, intelligent, athletic working dogs that excel in obedience, agility, and therapy work, tracking and lure coursing, and dog-powered sports such as sledding and karting. Above all, the Chinook is cherished as a loving companion, happily going wherever the family ventures. This is Chinook, number 7.
I'm so glad this breed is represented. It's really one of the hidden gems of the sport as well.
Why is that?
Because they're rare, and we don't see them much at dog shows anymore. And I love to see them here because I actually watched this breed being judged a couple weeks ago, and there were 3 different styles, and the breeders taught me the styles are representative of where they work in the line on the sled.
In 2014, the first year entered for this show, the state dog of New Hampshire. This guy's not as
Doberman Pinscher is named for its developer, Louis Doberman. Rottweilers, local sheepdogs, and an old German Pinscher were used to perfect the ultimate police-type dog. Today, because of their innate desire to be of service, Dobermans excel both at therapy work and as service dogs. This is Doberman Pinscher, number 24.
Yeah, the great Louis Doberman story, collecting money, and we've told it before, when it comes to taxes, you bring somebody along who will enforce things.
Now, Chris, one thing you're going to notice looking at this dog, not only is its beauty.
Those ears?
Those ears, yes. So those ears are cropped, so they do that. They did it for the expression, really. And you know, it really sets the Doberman's wedge head off in quite a beautiful way. And this dog is actually, right now, the current #1 dog in the United States.
That deserves a wow. Wicked. Could be a Broadway hit.
The Dogo Argentino was developed in Argentina, Cordoba province in the 1920s, was bred to find, chase, and catch dangerous game, such as wild boar, pumas, and other destructive predators. They are athletic and protective of the family and property. This is Dogo Argentino, number 10.
You know, I think when they say it hunts puma, it gives you an idea of the strength, but also the agility. You know, they weren't a cumbersome dog, and you'll see this dog when it walks right now. There's this beautiful elegance to them. They're light on their feet, but they have that strong muscle. I mean, if you have to bring a puma down, you better be as strong as the puma and as fast as the puma. Yeah.
That is a very athletic dog. You can tell.
I just love this breed. I adore this breed.
They're beautiful. They're really
striking.
are.
Yeah, that head shape is a stamp.
That thick neck, of course, is characteristic.
The Dogue de Bordeaux is one of the most ancient French breeds. Historically used as a guardian, hunter, and fighter, the breed was prized as a protector. His stocky and athletic build Self-assurance and serious expression make for an imposing appearance. Gifted for guarding, he is a very good companion and a loyal and affectionate to his master. This is Dogue de Bordeaux, number 11.
Folks at home right away, the wrinkled face. And
Chris, you picked up on the single most important attribute of this dog is its head. And if you want to see something, when you go and watch these dogs being judged in the country of origin, they actually measure the head because the circumference of that head is supposed to equal the height from the top of its shoulder blade to the ground.
It's that specific.
It's that massive of a head.
And they're known as big-time droolers.
They can do it a little bit.
A German Pinscher is a multi-purpose breed, originally kept as a stable dog and renowned as a ratter. A dedicated companion and loyal protector of home and family, the German Pinscher is determined and assertive. Obedience training is definitely recommended for these intelligent, energetic, and willing learners. This is German Pinscher, number 9.
This is Ratty being handled by Krista Cook. He's number 1. He was number 1 in 22, and he's number 1 right now, group winner. 4th generation of German Pinschers, bred by Jill Eastman.
That's great. It's so nice when you see these generational dogs and the people staying with the breed and improving them time after time. And that's, when we breed dogs, we always strive to make them just a little bit better based on the standard.
The giant Schnauzer appeared in Germany in the late 1800s. It was almost certainly a herding dog, but the breed became popular as a guard or watchdog. The miniature Schnauzer, which is shown in the Terrier, and the Standard and Giant, which are shown here in the working group, are 3 distinct breeds. This is Giant Schnauzer, number 9.
Down and back, just halfway.
This is Monty being handled by Katie Bernardin. And he is the son of Ty, you may remember him, who won Reserve Best in Show in 2018. And of course, Katie was Best Junior Handler at Westminster in 2004. So there's a lot of Westminster history right here.
And it's so nice to see, Gail, you and I were junior handlers, and we came up through the sport learning as youngsters.
Right around,
and, it's
fast.
great when the kids stick with our sport, and they're so important because they're the ones that are going to carry this on for the rest of generations to come.
And she's influencing the next generation.
She's always willing to help the youth.
The Great Dane is a true giant among the large breeds descending from the Irish Wolfhound and Mastiff lines. The breed was developed in Germany some 400 years ago to hunt wild boar. Despite its name, he has no known connection to Denmark. His impressive size, yet friendly and gentle nature combine to create a first-rate companion. This is Great Dane, number 23.
Just go halfway, please.
The size, and this is your wheelhouse, Jason.
A little bit.
the measurement, and you're talking about how specific. He has to be a certain height, male and female.
They have a minimum, so they have to be above that size, even as a puppy to be shown. So 30 inches and 28 inches.
So 30 for male.
Yep.
Okay, 28 for a female.
And it's so important. If we talk about origins, this came from a Mastiff and primarily Greyhound.
Sorry.
And I mean, look at the character out here.
Yes.
And Great Danes in the working group are notorious characters. They get so excited from the crowd. I love seeing this.
He's
just
awesome.
makes me smile.
I love that. All right, Max.
Getting the crowd going already from the sporting group. We've had an English setter advance. What about the working group? Still more to work through. We'll see the St. Bernard coming up if you stay with us live. The Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show is sponsored by Purina Pro Plan, nutrition that performs. Winston, trying to become the first French Bulldog to win Best in Show, standing by patiently. Jason Hoke, Gail Miller-Beischer, Chris Myers, and let's round out this group. Back to our ring announcer, Michael LeFay.
Great Pyrenees is an ancient dog of outstanding intelligence and bravery. They guarded the flocks and properties of the Pyrenees mountain shepherds and were the royal court dog of French King Louis XIV. Today they continue to work as livestock guardians and serve as loyal, dignified family companions. This is Great Pyrenees, number 11.
So we talked the other day about the Pyrenean Shepherd, and you know, some of these dogs all work together, and this was a flock guardian, and he would blend in, as you can see from the coat color. And when predators came to attack the flock, this breed would spring into action and surprise the predator because they blended in so well, and they worked with that Pyrenean Shepherd.
Crowd favorite here, and they've been in movies like Dumb and Dumber and in TV shows like King of Queens.
The Greater Swiss Mountain Dog is descended from ancient mastiffs brought into the heart of Europe by the Roman legions. The breed was a draft and drover as well as a guardian of the farm. These smooth-coated tricolor giants are calm and loyal and are easily trained by skilled owners. This is Greater Swiss Mountain Dog, number 7.
This is Clooney being handled by Amanda Shea. He's a multiple group winner, multi-best in specialty winner.
These are very active dogs, which I remind you, if you have a dog, if you're with your dog or around a dog and you yawn, they pick that up. That often calms them. But a dog like this will keep you from yawning, Jason, even when I'm talking.
I think he's pretty alert tonight.
I don't think you're making anybody yawn tonight,
No,
Chris.
no.
Come on now. Give yourself some credit. You're doing great.
Look at Clooney. I love it. He is.
Clooney's clearly not yawning.
He's wide awake.
Big star, Clooney.
Commodore is an ancient breed considered the king of the Hungarian livestock guardians. They are large, muscular dogs covered with dense white cords which protect them from elements and help them blend in with the flock. The Commodore is affectionate and gentle with his family, but is a fearless breed with a natural guarding instinct. This is Commodore, number 8.
So
there's somebody under that somewhere.
Exactly. And you know, I was going to talk about not only his record, a 5-time best of breed winner, but I think if you look back through the history of this dog being shown, you'll see that these cords, which is what you see hanging from the dog, grow each year just a little bit more. And this dog's almost finally mature, so his cords are almost to the ground.
Right around.
It is a lot of work. It's a lot of work to keep that dog in that kind of condition. And bravo to the owner. That dog is in immaculate condition.
That's an accordion Commodore.
Kuvaz is an ancient livestock guarding dog developed in Hungary. Bold and fearless and courageous, he has historically guarded estates and flocks, but now can frequently be found in suburban homes or on small farms. The Kuvaz is muscular, athletic, and intelligent with a coarse white double coat. This is Kuvaz, number 12.
And we were just talking about young people growing up in the sport. This is Lily Bennett handling magic, and she was best junior handler at Westminster not that long ago.
And they have to have the white coat to fit the standard, correct? Has to be that.
It's a white dog. And you know, the most important part about this dog, if you ask any of the experts, is its head and expression.
Take her all the way around.
Getting a snack there, this late hour. A lot of good restaurants open in Queens at this hour. Speaking of.
Developed in Germany in the mid-19th century, the Leonberger was kept both as a farm dog valued for his watch and draft abilities and as a dog of royalty valued for his even temperament and companionship. Today, the Leonberger makes a loving family dog that is comfortable performing virtually any job set before it. This is Leonberger, number 8.
Vixen is the first female Leonberger to win Best of Breed at Westminster, and I think it's only fitting at Billie Jean King National Tennis Center, who is such a so active in helping women advance.
We have quite a few female dogs in contention here on the week heading into Mother's
Very
Day.
nice, thank you. All the way around.
It's great. She's taking her time. She can sense the dog's a little wired today, so she's just going to make sure everything's perfect for Paula to get one last look.
The Mastiff is one of the most important breeds of dogs still in existence. He is the foundation dog that helped create the Bulldog, Boxer, Great Dane, Bull Mastiff, St. Bernard, and Newfoundland. He may have originated in Tibet thousands of years ago. Look at the Mastiff and you are seeing the beginnings of many other breeds. This is Mastiff, number 11.
Mentioning females, we already have the Australian Shepherd Ribbon, who has advanced, winning the herding group, and then English Setter Cider as well. So 2 females. The Mastiff, this one's name is legend. It would be legend because Best in Show since 1877. This Mastiff breed has never won Best in Show, but first things first, got to win the group.
That's right. Legend looks great tonight.
The Neapolitan Mastiff is the estate guard dog of Italy, with roots going back to the Roman war dogs. His fantastic wrinkles and head, massive bones, and lumbering movement create an animal whose looks alone are enough to deter an intruder. He is a faithful companion for an owner not put off by a little drool. This is Neapolitan Mastiff, number 15.
And you know, when they talk about Roman war dogs, it wasn't people, it was lions, tigers, and elephants that they had to fight. So this dog had to be a powerful dog, and now they're really prized for their head, their expression, their long elastic strides that you can see. They have such a different type of gait. It's a slow lumbering gait. So it's not this elegant, light-footed movement. This is how they're supposed to walk. As you can see, this lumber.
Sweetness of temperament is the hallmark of the Newfoundland, the most distinguishing characteristic of the breed. Large, strong, and heavily coated, he is equally at home in the water and on land. In his native Newfoundland, he was used as a working dog to pull fishermen's nets and haul wood from the forest. He is a natural swimmer with true life-saving instincts. This is Newfoundland, number 21.
Oh, how about that reaction? As if it, you see Bowie, think of a great musician who's from Queens, like Tony Bennett and many others, a crowd pleaser.
They're really known for their temperament as well. It's a very sweet dog, very intuitive.
And courageous.
They're used in therapy dogs, though, Jason, everything else, and of course courageous. And that's what makes them so versatile.
They'll jump out of helicopters to rescue someone, and I'm terrified to do that. And this is what the bravery is about.
Let's check in again with Jamie Little.
Well, Chris, it's time for the Best at Home contest. Keep those pictures coming. Look at that. The Empire State Building turned purple and gold, of course, for Westminster. And how about the Rhodesian Ridgeback? Taking a little break from lion hunting there. Love it. Well, share a photo of your dog using the hashtag Best at Home contest for a chance to win an exclusive Westminster prize pack. The best submissions will be shared on social media for fans to vote on and determine who is best at home. Michael?
Portuguese water dogs are valued crew members and loyal companions for generations of Portuguese fishermen. This is an intelligent, independent, spirited breed with a bit of creative mischief in its heart. Portuguese water dogs may have either a loose, wavy or a tight, curly coat. This is Portuguese water dog number 15.
Earlier we talked about retrieving tennis balls used in San Francisco. This particular breed to retrieve baseballs from McCovey Cove when home runs are hit out in the water. And they do bring them back.
So,
They love the
it went from retrieving nets to retrieving balls. So this makes perfect sense. And you're looking at this dog. Remember the Louchin we saw yesterday? It's a lion clip. And that's very typical. And we talked about the poodles and how they had this protective hair. And that's why they have this coat over the lungs and the chest cavity to protect the dog from the elements and when they're in the cold water.
Another breed of the Mastiff line, the Rottweiler, has served as a cattle driver and guard dog. It arrived in Germany centuries ago with the Roman legions and has become a loyal family companion of immense power and determination. But it should be noted that owners of Rottweilers should be just as determined. This is Rottweiler, number 19.
Very popular breed. Fans of the Fox show, The Masked Singer, tried to solve the mystery. Who is the Rottweiler in season 2? It was Chris Daughtry later revealed as the Rottweiler.
And Chris, I'm sorry.
I was just
go
gonna
ahead.
say this Rottweiler is Emmett, and he's a Best in Show winner.
Look at that stat. Sorry, look at that.
Perfect.
Just
Look at him.
beautiful.
Nice.
That intensity, huh, Gail?
And he loves to swim, so maybe he could do dock diving next year.
That'd be another big
He
splash.
could be like the bulldog in the water we saw.
Very agile. Looks beautiful going around.
A St. Bernard gets its name from the Hospice du Grand Saint Bernard in the Swiss Alps. First bred at the hospice in 1660s for guarding, rescue, and draft, the breed is very powerful and strong with a outgoing temperament and great intelligence. His inherent good nature makes him a superior companion. This is St. Bernard, number 9.
All right, crowd loving that. And, research, 45% of dogs actually sleep in their owner's bed. But I think this one you might have to draw the line of his own bed. Maybe.
No, I bet he does sleep on the bed.
I wouldn't kick him out.
All the way around.
I don't want any trouble.
He'd make a great pillow.
Panda, perfect name.
Panda, that's great. Beautiful, just
Panda
beautiful,
won the
strong.
breed last year.
Originating in Siberia, the Samoyed is the utility dog of the north. This breed is willing to do any job asked of him, whether it be hunting, hauling, or herding. Their exceedingly close association with their people imprinted a wonderful temperament on the breed, with the smiling faces, laughing eyes, and a stunning silver-tipped coat. This is Samoyed, number 17.
I'm sure this will be popular as well. Lewis being handled by Andrew Green. Such a beautiful breed. It's the multiple Best in Show winner here.
Famous Sammy smile. All of our blood pressure goes down when you pet a dog, and that's one there's lots of pet. That would calm all of us in a tense moment.
Absolutely.
All the way around.
You'll see it right here while I was looking
Smile.
up at Andrew. Just this great smile in the face.
And we should note that Andrew, of course, is the son of Peter Green, who judged Best in Show at Westminster not that long ago.
A sled pulling dog for centuries in Siberia, the Siberian Husky came to Alaska for sled racing in the early 1900s. They dominated these races and then gained fame in the Nome Serum Run of 1925 and in Antarctica with Admiral Byrd. Today, the breed continues to excel as a sled dog as well as a companion dog. This is Siberian Husky, number 10.
So I touched on this earlier when we saw the Alaska Malamute. The Alaska Malamute was a solitary worker, where this dog and this breed worked in teams. And, they have to have a medium, lighter build because the terrain they went over, they were going over frozen rivers, water, so if they were too heavy, they could fall through, and then that would cause the whole team to perish. So they really wanted to build this more moderate dog compared to a Malamute.
It's another female contender.
Of the 3 Schnauzer sizes, giant, standard, and miniature, the standard is the prototype. He is a German dog of considerable antiquity. At least as far back as the Middle Ages, this was the typical stable dog in Germany, where he was known as the Ratter, for that was his full-time assignment. This is Standard Schausner, number 12.
Just about a third of the way. Okay.
Distinguished face there. Sorry, go ahead.
And Chris, this is something you'd mentioned with some of the other breeds, that they had other jobs working for the military and being dispatch dogs and carriers. And
yeah, they were used to send messages from one camp to another.
And another female, Luna, which, by the way, is the most popular according to those in dog names. And then on the male side, it's Max. But
And we had a Max.
Thank you.
The
Take
Great
her all the way
Dane.
around.
Beautiful. Another dog that just came back and put on a great show.
The Tibetan Mastiff was considered by many to be the stock from which most modern large working breeds have been developed. Generations of working as guardians of women and children have produced a character of fearlessness, tempered with patience, loyalty, and extreme stubbornness. This is Tibetan Mastiff, number 9.
Down and back, just halfway.
All right, look at that. And how fitting here, right? We're in Queens
This
at
is
the
a
tennis
perfect.
center, and Rafa, and named after the great tennis player Rafael Nadal, king of clay.
Interesting.
And maybe this Rafa will be king of Queens.
That's great.
And, you know, I am so enamored by this breed. Just look how graceful they are. For such a massive dog, they move so light on their feet with that beautiful
Thank you.
mane
All the way
around their
around.
neck. I just adore them. They're such an impressive breed to look at.
Rafa's being handled by Stephanie House.
Our judge, Paula Nichol.
Paula's judged groups at Westminster before, but not in the tennis center, not at the National Tennis Center.
Kita. Right out here. Face that direction.
Nikita has never won Best in Show.
Corso.
On a
Doberman.
Wicked.
Giant.
Giant
Pyrenees.
Schnauzer. The Great Pyrenees.
Commodore. Lingenberger.
Oh, the crowd is going crazy.
Yeah, I mean, this is an eclectic group.
Newfoundlands.
How does a judge sort through all of this, all of them?
Well, she's certainly looking for the strength of these
Okay,
breeds and
everybody,
their,
this
and
is
their
it.
character. This is really
One at a time. Right back here.
That's tough, though, with the strength. I mean, they're not lifting weights. You're just going to have to watch them move.
I love this. She said, "This is it." So
Right.
she's telling
She's
them,
already-
"This is where I'm gonna decide what I'm doing."
Oh, okay.
This is great.
Yeah.
Every step counts, right?
No pitch clock here. No judge clock. They're moving it along.
And she's watching this beautiful elegance and streamlined movement.
Now the crowd is really getting excited about these
They're finding their
dogs.
favorites.
This Tibetan Mastiff. Leonberger's really getting the crowd going.
Look at the Newfoundland going.
Newfoundland.
I mean,
And the Rottweiler.
A lot of popular breeds.
Just spectacular lineup here.
Take that giant right over there.
Katie Bernardo.
With the giant,
With
Great
Monty.
Pyrenees, the Rottweiler, and the Doberman.
Okay. Winner of the working group is the giant Schnauzer.
Giant
Second to the Pyrenees. Third to the Rock. Fourth to the Doberman.
You never know here at Westminster. You know, that was the #1 dog all breeds with the Doberman. So the giant came in here and showed everybody, as she said, that is it. So this is it right here, right now.
But you have to remember, Monty's father did win Reserve Best in Show in
A great
2018.
pedigree dog.
The Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show, sponsored by Cosequin Joint Health Supplements. Support your dog's joint health with Cosequin. One more group after this, the Terrier group. And we'll have our 7 group winners before Best in Show. We appreciate you hanging with us. We're live at Arthur Ashe and to Jamie Little.
Katie, what a great job. And Monty just put on a show. What does it mean to move on? That was stiff competition. People were going wild for the 6 of you that were pulled.
It's incredible. His father had won the group here in Reserve Best in Show in 2018. So it's wonderful to be in the Best in Show ring again with his son.
Okay, well, I just talked to your husband, who's moving on as well as a handler to Best in Show. What's it like to compete against your husband now for Best in Show?
We're out for blood.
Whoever has the best dog, right?
Yeah.
Well, best of luck to you.
We love a little good competition.
Good competition down here, Jenny.
Well, the giant Schnauzer is our representative from the working group, and we'll be going on to Best in Show. Stick with us. We're far from done.
We can get high, oh na na na. We can get low, oh na na na.
Our winner from the working group, Monty the Giant Schnauzer. Our Great Pyrenees, Sebastian came in second place. Emmett the Rottweiler was our third place finisher, and Wicked the Doberman Pinscher finished in 4th place. Let's check in with Jamie Little, who's found a special guest.
It's always fun to have the superstar Winston here. Perry Payson, his handler.
Yes.
Congratulations. First off, Reserve Best in Show last year. Now you're back, going for the top spot. Congratulations on winning last night. And I want you to look at this. I want you to look at your reaction together after winning.
Okay.
And tell me the emotion that just comes back right here.
Well, first of all, it's the love I feel for that dog, right? And then the sport, because he sets the example. And it's just about all of us. It's about the sport, which is really amazing. And this dog, he just does it. His whole heart. He presents our sport, and that's what it's all about.
And last night, I felt like he took it to another level. He jumped inside the box. Then when you guys were called out, he ran and jumped up on the stage. Is that just things that he does on his own?
Well, he does like to do that, but he's never done inside a box before. That was kind of shocking. So that's why I was like, oh, no, now what do I do, right? You got to think fast.
Well, you do, and I'll tell you what, the crowd absolutely loved it. Anytime he does something he's not supposed to, they love it. So best of luck. I know he's going to be on his A game as well as you tonight.
Thank you.
Look at this, Jenny. All joy right here. Little Winston.
Right.
Oh, just too good. Great stuff, Jamie. Well, a moment now to acknowledge this year's Vet of the Year, Marty Greer. Westminster is donating $10,000 in Dr. Greer's name to Mighty Vet, an online platform founded to support veterinarians, students, and vet techs. We're back with the Terriers next. Don't go anywhere. The Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show is sponsored by Purina Pro Plan. We are moving closer to the moment we've all been waiting for, but you can't win Best in Show without the rest that happens before the show. And once you arrive, it's a lot. I spent some time throughout the day watching these dogs as they were being groomed and pampered and primped. Every hair must be perfectly in place. And remember, just getting to Westminster is a huge accomplishment. And just because you don't take home Best in Show, well, it doesn't mean you aren't a champion. And also happening earlier today, the future stars of Westminster took to the ring for the Junior Showmanship competition. Junior Showmanship is for handlers aged 9 to 18, and Westminster's been holding this competition competition since 1934. Junior showmanship isn't really about the dog. It's solely based on the exhibitor's ability to demonstrate breed knowledge and presentation and economy of motion. And this year's winner is Luke Waters, who won a scholarship prize of $10,000. So each finalist will also receive a scholarship award as well. Congratulations, the future is bright for these junior showmanship. Guys, the Terriers are coming up, and then we've got Best in Show, so stick around.
Talk about dynasties without mentioning the Terrier Group. A Terrier has won Best in Show at Westminster 47 times, heads and tails above any other group. Originally bred to hunt vermin, Terriers are fearless and tough. Most are fairly small, but don't be fooled. These 32 breeds have big energy. My Terriers certainly think they rule my house. The Wire Fox Terrier has claimed the most Westminster championships with 15. Now that's what I call leading the pack.
And thank you, Rob. You can see Rob Lowe in Fox's 911 Lone Star, Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Our final group, Michael, take it away.
May we have the Terrier Group in the ring, please.
All right, this is the dominant group. You just heard Rob Lowe talk about their success. Terrier Group has more than twice as many Best in Show wins as any other group. They come last, they come strong, they come always with a force. And we'll get a look at this group tonight.
And we're going to see...
anybody jump out at you
Yes.
in this group? You talked earlier.
What you're going to see tonight are a lot of different types of coat. You're going to see different shapes. You're going to see different head shapes. But what all of them have in common is temperament and personality. You're going to see a lot of personality in this group.
These are the fiery ones, that's for sure.
And the last Terrier to win, the King, King the Wire Fox Terrier, that was back in 2019.
And wire fox terriers, as it's been noted, have been very successful at Westminster, in part because in the early days, in the late 1800s, there just were a lot more terriers.
There is Mrs. Connie H. Clark, our judge for the Terrier Group from Rio Del Mar, California.
And Connie Clark is an esteemed terrier judge. She specialized in fox terriers, primarily wire fox terriers. She won Best of Breed here with an Airedale. She also was a professional handler, so she has such a diverse background. She's had international assignments all over the world. She's been the president of the Fox Terrier Club. So Connie is one of the experts of the Terrier Group, and I'm so happy to see her here tonight. She's really gonna get into the details of the terriers tonight.
So, first 6 group winners. We have 4 males, 2 females, 4 breeds that have never won Best in Show. Let's check back in with Michael.
The Airedale Terrier is known as the king of terriers, as well as the jack of all trades. Their desire to please and high intelligence make them excel in hunting, obedience, agility, search and rescue, and working. Airedales are devoted family companions and wonderful family members. This is Airedale Terrier, number 19.
Thank you. Just down to the
And
emblem and back.
You're talking about the king of queens. This is the king of all terriers.
First place is? Yeah, just down there. Let's go over here.
It's always hard when you're the first dog in the ring because the judge has to give you the instructions and everyone's watching and will
making
follow
sure.
suit.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, look, he's got to look back, come back.
Christian Rangel showing Graham.
See, John Wayne had, where's the
please, sir.
nickname? Duke. Also, Ringo Starr, proud owner of an Airedale Terrier.
The American Hairless Terrier, derived from the Rat Terrier breed, was developed in the United States in the early 1970s. These alert and curious dogs, always hairless, but they can have a coat. Given the early socialization and training, they excel as companions, displaying great affection for their owners. A lively, energetic, and intelligent breed, they also love doing dog sports. This is American Hairless Terrier, number 10.
The crowd starting. This is Lena. They want to cheer her on because she's the top winning American Hairless in breed history, being handled by Krista Cook.
You can see why. Look at her right there, just making the perfect little stack. So she's tenacious. I've seen her in the ring before. She's just a lively little dog.
Being hairless, sunburn, always a risk. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
The American Staffordshire Terrier originated from Bulldog Terrier crosses in the early 1800s. Petey, the star dog of the 1930s Argand comedies, was one of the first to be AKC registered. He's a trustworthy and courageous companion whose intelligence, strength, and agility make him excellent as an all-around dog. This is American Staffordshire Terrier, number 7.
Here we have Trouble, and they can be trouble, right? They are mischievous and interested in everything.
And they can seek out trouble. There was a drug sniffing American Staffordshire Terrier back in Texas that sniffed out 1.5 tons of cocaine. It was the largest cocaine bust at the time in U.S. history.
Thank you, and around,
Look
please.
at that.
140
I think this dog might be one to watch. Just looking at that performance in here today.
As a group winner or Best in Show?
Who knows? Well, it has to win the group, but I think it can be a strong contender here tonight.
The Australian Terrier is a sturdy, rough-coated, hardy, and versatile dog that can control rodents and snakes, tend sheep, and act as a watchdog and companion. Fanciers today enjoy its attractive appearance, flexibility of purpose, and spirited, self-assured demeanor. This is Australian Terrier, number 10.
And to me, this is one of those hidden gems like we talk about that people don't know that much about. It's not as popular maybe or as well known, the Australian Terrier, but I love their size. I love their temperament. I think they're fabulous companions and family pets.
Yeah, and their coats are fairly easy to maintain as well. So, you know, they're not as much work as some of the other dogs.
And small enough
Very
to...
much. And around, please.
Yeah, they don't take as much time to tidy up if you're trimming them the way they're supposed to be done.
Another female contender.
And BB did a great job there setting herself up.
The Bedlington Terrier takes its name from the mining shire of that name in Northumberland, England. Bred to hunt otter, badger, and other game in rough terrain, he has both the energy and gentle temperament. Often described as having the look of a lamb but with the heart of a lion, he makes a devoted family pet. This is Bedlington Terrier, number 18.
Now, this breed may look like a lamb to some of you, but this terrier is known for its stamina. They are such a hard-working terrier. They typically did not work with other terriers because they had such a strong prey drive when they were hunting vermin or whatever they were going after that it would overtake them and they would become jealous of the other dogs. So they're kind of a solitary dog in that way. And you see this narrow head, and they have a raciness like a whippet with the arch over the loin. And it's the oldest standing non-broken coat terrier. And I'll explain the broken coat terrier in just a bit.
But Tori here is really moving out, though. I want to see her go back around.
An attention seeker.
There we go. Nice. She looks awesome.
Does look like in the Lamb family, right?
The Border Terrier is one of the oldest terrier breeds. Farmers in the border country between England and Scotland needed a dog to help hunt fox. One with enough leg to keep up with the mounted hunters, yet narrow and agile enough to bolt or draw foxes from their rocky underground dens. This is Border Terrier, number 11.
So when you watch this exam, you saw Mrs. Clark do two separate things. She kind of rolled the skin in her fingers. They have to have pliant skin because when they went to ground, their skin had to flex while they were going into the dens. And she also picked the dog up by its rib cage. That's very important because she was what we call spanning. And that's to see if the rib cage compressed, because that rib cage has to be flexible. You know, an Amstaff certainly has a much firmer, harder rib cage. This dog had to have flexion there so it could go to ground and turn in the den.
Perfect.
Thank you very much.
Perfect
Around,
example of form follows function.
Elton John owned 9 or 10 Border Terriers through the years.
Shown as separate varieties, the standard for the colored and white Bull Terrier are the same except for color. With great courage and style, the Bull Terrier quickly gained popularity as one of the sweetest and most loyal companions. Still bred and loved as companions, they are energetic, playful, and strong-willed. This is Colored Bull Terrier, number 9.
Well, as the judge is examining the dog, it's doing exactly what Michael Lefebvre said.
It has to. It's so endemic of the breed. They just have to be these characters. You can see Connie's laughing the whole time she's examining it. They're such clowns. And you know, when you're looking at this dog, the head is such a unique property. It's this egg-shaped head with a varminty expression. And this temperament just makes everybody laugh.
Everyone loves William. William won his national specialty. It's the #1 colored Bull Terrier in the breed. He's owner handle.
You have people that are considered bully breeds, so the bull breeds, the Amstaff, the color Bull Terriers, things like that. And,
right.
I mean, just look at that. That is wonderful.
We don't hear more from
William.
Some of the
I think she's trying to keep William at a modicum of composure here to get through the group judging.
Bull Terriers are bred from Bulldogs and Terriers in the early 1800s and were originally all white in color, with the color variety coming in later in their development. A small patch of color on the head has become acceptable for these whites. This is White Bull Terrier, number 8.
And this is another one of those breeds that was shown at the first Westminster in 1877.
Round, please.
And Gail, you know, we talk about this being a gentleman's sport.
Sorry.
And that this was considered a gentleman's breed for the longest time. I mean, the aristocracy owned this breed. They prized this breed. And you can see why. They're so striking, and there's a majesty to them in their strength and their beauty.
You can see, mentioning General Patton, you saw the film there with George C. Scott, but William the Conqueror was the name of the terrier.
Thank you very much, sir. Around.
the Bull Terrier used in that film.
Mrs. Lovey being handled by Dale Scherr, her breeder on her handler.
Over 200 years ago, the ancestors of today's Cairn Terrier earned their keep as working terriers, routing vermin from the rock piles called cairns, found on Scottish farmland and by the sea. They are courageous, tenacious, and intelligent with sturdy bodies and weatherproof coats. Adaptable to all environments, the Cairn is a beloved companion. This is Cairn Terrier, number 7.
And here, Cormac is a frequent flyer and actually is a guest at the Delta Sky Club in Minneapolis. So that's pretty nice.
It's a good hang.
I wonder if he's a Delta 360 member, because I'd like to be. Maybe I'll have to hang out with him and see what's going on.
Only special. You got to be invited to that.
I know, right? Well, maybe a Karen will be the first one to be a Delta 360 member.
Toto too.
And Cormac is the #1 Karen for the last 3 years. So very successful in his travels.
They're usually left-pawed, which is interesting. Southpaw.
Chesky Terrier was developed in the Czech Republic in 1949. They are pack hunting terriers capable of pursuing game both above and below ground. Soft-coated, short-legged, and longer than tall, they are elegant, loving, and loyal dogs, whether working, showing, or as companions. This is Chesky Terrier, number 7.
So this breed was developed from the Scottish Terrier and the Sealyham. And the reason they developed this breed is because they wanted a terrier that was a little more biddable to work with other dogs. The most unique thing about this, and when you talk about broken-coated dogs, hard-coated dogs, is that this dog is actually clippered, and it's the only terrier breed where the body coat is clippered in its entirety over the ribs and the loin.
They're good walking partners for adults, moving briskly.
The Dandy Dinmont Terrier was bred from native terriers in the hills between England and Scotland. He was distinguished by his preeminence in hunting otter and badger. Sir Walter Scott chanced upon them and made them famous in his popular novel Guy Mannering in 1814. They are intelligent and independent dogs and very fond of children. This is Dandy Dinmont Terrier, number 7.
Now this is one of the dogs I think we should keep an eye on. This is Mouse, who I mentioned earlier tonight, being handled by Tyler Mills, owned by Betty Ann Stenmark and Bill Gardner.
It's our Bull Terrier, by the way, making himself heard. That's okay. That's all right.
It's a terrier.
We're talking too, so don't worry. We're all in the terrier group.
You know, we talked about curvy breeds. This is one of our short-legged terriers, and the body consists of a series of curves.
At our location, we're really right on top. This is excellent here from what would be the tennis court.
And look at this. Look at this. Just standing there staring up at Tyler. It's great.
Yeah, we can reach out and touch these dogs.
Those classic, iconic large eyes.
Fox Terriers were developed in Great Britain to bolt the fox from his den. The smooth and wire-haired were varieties until they became separate breeds in 1985. The smooth, the older of these two breeds, first appeared in the show ring in 1863. He has an easy care, weather-resistant coat, a classic outline, and a lively disposition. This is Smooth Fox Terrier, number 7.
Now this is a classic breed, of course.
Yeah, and Chris, we talked about this earlier about a short pendulum-like movement, and you can see this, but because the upper arm of the dog, above the elbow, the bone is shorter, so it doesn't reach out far. It always has this short step.
Thank you very much.
And you can even see that there. And you'll see this pendulum-like movement. It just goes back and forth, and that's such a classic part of their movement.
Yep, that's good visual right there.
Good evening.
The origin of the wire fox terrier dates back to the rough-coated black and tan terrier. A non-shedding, hard-broken outer coat and a soft undercoat distinguish the wire from its smooth cousin. Their smart appearance and alert and outgoing manners always attracted attention in and out of the show ring. This is Wire Fox Terrier, number 10.
Thank you. Just down to the one and back.
So when we talk about the wire fox terrier and how much winning they've done here, there's a classic saying in this breed: they are on the tiptoe of expectation. And I can assure you, when this wire fox terrier comes back to the judge, we're going to see that typified in its temperament.
Oh my goodness, look at B. She number 1 wire, number 2 terrier right now. You can see why. Look at her showing. That is impressive.
Yeah, look like she's wearing a vest.
They call it a hard jacket. We want to see a hard jacket. That coat has to be hard. Tiptoe of expectation. Right there it is. We're always watching and waiting.
And as I said earlier, the Wire Fox Terriers we know has been very successful over the years. And that's in part because in the 1800s, there were a lot of terriers and not as many of these other breeds.
Developed in Ireland, the Glen of a Mall Terrier was bred to perform typical terrier tasks. Glenn's also spent many hours paddling in turnspits, a device best described as a canine-propelled rotisserie. This rough-and-ready terrier has survived the centuries on refined by fashion. This is Glen of a Mall Terrier, number 11.
Thank you very much. Down to the 1 and back.
Just to follow up on that, not meaning there weren't other breeds,
Right.
but there weren't in the U.S.
And I noticed we'll call it the hair, the fur on the top of the head.
Sure, they could call it a top knot, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
And, you can see now, this dog has such a unique top line. They rise up to that tail where the tail meets the rear.
Thank you very much, sir. And around, please.
And that's a typical trait of this breed. So a little different than, say, the Wire Fox Terrier you just saw, which was a perfectly level top line over the back.
The Irish Terrier has a rich heritage as a working farm dog and hunting dog. Affectionate to family members, reserved with strangers, and challenging to enemies, this strong-willed breed was highly valued by tenant farmers. Bred to control vermin, Irish Terriers are the watchful guardians of the farmer's property and playmates to their children. This is Irish Terrier, number 7.
So there's a lot of great sayings within the Terrier group. And the Irish Terrier, the best saying that I think typifies the temperament and mindset: a heedless dog that is blind to all consequence. He bears the nickname the Daredevil.
That's awesome.
And it just speaks to the dog. And, they're a racy dog. They have a long head with a moderately long body. He should be all of one piece, just fitting perfectly together.
Thank you,
and
sir.
right
And
there
around,
it
please.
is. And you can see, heedless.
RC Carisi.
Wants the dog to behave and go
Trying to
forward.
That's right.
It's great.
Roscoe's being an Irish Terrier.
Kerry Blue Terrier originated more than a century ago in County Kerry, Ireland. He was bred for serious small game hunting over rough terrain, working as a land and water retriever, herder of sheep and cattle, and as a companion. With a trademark soft, wavy coat in shades of slate blue-gray, Kerrys are fun-loving and energetic dogs. This is Kerry Blue Terrier, number 12.
Jolene, who loves favorite toy, a tennis ball. So we expect big things here at Arthur Ashe Stadium.
Probably looking and anticipating the whole time, where is my tennis ball?
Yes.
An interesting fact about this dog is, if you're new to this breed and you go and buy one of these and you see that you're expecting this color as a puppy, I just want to let everybody know that when they're born, they're black, and then they fade out, and by 18 months they have to have shading of this color. So they will start out black, and they're typified by this coat and this beautiful marcel to their hair, that slight wave.
We'll continue live from New York with the Terrier Group. Last stop before Best in Show. A lot to love about these dogs. Aerial coverage of the Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show is sponsored by the Home Depot. Closing in on Best in Show. Stay with us, just minutes away, but let's finish up with the final group of the night, the Terrier Group, and Michael Lefebvre. Michael.
The Lakeland Terrier flourished in the Lake County of England, primarily to hunt fox and hounds. This is a small working terrier of sturdy build and determination. He was traditionally maintained by Lake Country farmers. The Lakeland is a gay little dog, friendly and self-confident. This is Lakeland Terrier, number 9.
Thank you.
So you're going to see a
Let's
couple
come over on
dogs
this
in here
side.
that may look
Just
a little
down to
similar
the
to you,
3
say the Lakeland and the Welsh,
or
but there's
around
vast
that area.
differences between the two. You know, if you compare the Lakeland to the Welsh, the head is much more narrow compared to the Welsh. And when we talk about the ears, where they're placed on the head, that's very important because it distinguishes the expression. The Lakeland's ear is much higher than the Welsh. The Welsh's ear is set off to the side of the head, just at the corner of the eye.
And the facial hair, if you want to, whatever we want
Yeah,
to call
so
it.
they call it face fall.
Face fall.
Yeah, the
okay.
fall of the face, yeah.
Very noticeable.
There are 2 varieties of Manchester Terriers, the standard seen here in the Terrier Group and the toy seen in the Toy Group. The Manchester comes from Manchester, England, where he was bred to pursue rabbits in the field and is a rat hunter on farms. Since 1959, they've been registered as a single breed in 2 varieties for show purposes. This is standard Manchester Terrier, number 15.
And of course, we saw the toy Manchester in the Toy Group yesterday. This is the larger of the 2. Very old breed. They've been with us for a very long time and great at their job of being a ratter.
Yeah, they actually had catalog books and they would time them to see how many rats they could catch within a minute. And they actually made it world record. So they were such a fast hunter.
Thank you very much. And around, please.
This is Sting, being handled by Nicole Torre.
Miniature Bull Terrier is a miniaturized version of the larger Bull Terrier. This breed has been deliberately reduced to be a lap-sized companion, although still shown here in the Terrier Group. His heart is fearless, his manner is loving and responsive, adaptable to apartment life or suburbs. He enjoys regular exercise. This is Miniature Bull Terrier, number 7.
This is Nash. I met him earlier today after winning the breed, best breed, and he was full of it. He was celebrating his breed win earlier, and here he is tonight.
And Gail, you know, even though we say they're a miniature, they still have all the spirit of the colored and white Bull Terrier that we saw earlier. They have no shortage of energy.
Thank you very much, sir.
Known for their comic antics, zest for life.
I think if you don't laugh when you own one of them, there's something wrong.
You're not laughing.
Miniature Schnauzer is a native of Germany. His original assignment were ridding barns of rats and acting as a traveling companion for horses. The breed comes in 3 color patterns: salt and pepper, black and silver, and solid black. This is a highly trainable companion at home and both in the city, and is an excellent watchdog. This is Miniature Schnauzer, number 7.
Thank you. Just down to the 3 and back.
Grazer's being handled by Susie Oliveira, so it's hard to see over there. It's number 1 Miniature Schnauzer. And he has quite the history. His great-grandfather, his grandfather, and his father and sister have all won at Westminster. So it sounds like he's exactly where he's supposed to be.
That sounds like good crowd support.
And if I'm not wrong, his brother out of another breeding was the top winning one of all time. So, you know, we can see quality begets quality, certainly.
Thank you very much. And around, please.
And just as a little side note, this is one of the few dogs in the Terrier Group that isn't of British origin.
Exact origin of the Norfolk Terrier is unclear, but it is certainly British in style. In the United States, both the prick ear and the drop ear terriers are called Norwich Terriers until 1979, when they were designated two separate breeds. This little drop-eared dog is the Norfolk, a working terrier used both as a ratter and with foxhounds to bolt the fox. This is Norfolk Terrier, number 10.
And you know, when we're looking at a dog like this, the Norfolk Terrier, you may go, oh, it's rather small for a terrier. Well, this was considered a saddlebag dog. So they would actually carry this on the hunt in a saddlebag and then release it. So we really adapted every dog to what its purpose was going to be.
Yeah, fit in a backpack. The smallest among the working terriers.
Thank you very much. And around, please.
That's how I want to hunt. I want to hunt being carried around a bag.
Nice name, pizza. So New York pizza, Chicago pizza. Which one? We'll take this pizza right here. I got your pizza right here.
And this is a Norwich Terrier, recognized as a breed in this country since 1936. Spirited, stocky, with sensitive prick ears and a slightly foxy expression, is one of the smallest of the working terriers. Don't let the small size fool you. The Norwich is an energetic breed requiring a daily dose of fun and frolic. This is Norwich Terrier, number 11.
Yeah, remember Winky, the Norwich Terrier? It was the winning dog in the hilarious movie Best in Show.
Yes. 2 left feet, I do believe.
Yes. A terrifically entertaining film. This is a terrifically entertaining dog. Look at that gait movement.
Yes. Well, Jorge certainly knows how to move this dog. He's had several top winning terriers at the end of his lead.
Yeah, and I think we should note, too, you know, Jorge's been training these dogs and grooming these dogs. And
thank you very much, sir.
These dogs with the hard coats are actually pulled, and their hair's designed to do that. You can't clipper them. You can clipper them, but it doesn't keep the same texture.
I want to take a moment to acknowledge somebody who's made this event happen and a lot more. Larry Jones, joined by Lindy Hasserl. Larry's been with Fox from the beginning. From Super Bowls to NASCAR, baseball, you hear our NFL theme music. For 3 decades, instrumental in negotiating deals for all sports properties, including this, the Westminster Dog Show. We want to thank Larry for all of his contributions. Wish him a lot of luck in the future from all of us at Fox Sports. And if there is a sporting event, Larry he's usually there. Back to Michael.
Developed in England in the 1800s by Reverend John Russell, the Parson Russell Terrier had one purpose: to hunt with foxhounds and bolt the red fox from his lair. The Parson comes in a smooth or broken coat. Energetic with a keen hunting instinct, the Parson naturally excels in performance events. This is Parson Russell Terrier, number 7.
Henry, who's on the table, is being handled by Gabriel Rangel, who has won Best in Show at Westminster more than once. And tonight with Henry, he's the Parson Russell, of course. We're going to see the Russell in a few minutes, and there's a big difference between the two. But you'll see a Henry's a little higher up on the leg, a little longer leg.
How much does experience matter for a handler? Is it more about the relationship with the dog in a show this big?
I will say for this group, and especially showing the hard-coated dogs, you have to trim them correctly. You have to learn how to trim a terrier to present them in the proper manner. And we call it rolling coats, so you pluck the hair and it comes in harder.
And Gabriel, of course, is an expert in that craft.
How are you this evening?
Rat Terrier, as the name might suggest, is quite capable of hunting rodents and vermin above and below ground. An American breed, the Rat Terriers are keenly observant, sturdy, and full of energy. Their intelligence and playful nature help them succeed in many dog sports. This is Rat Terrier, number 9.
All right, those ears just kind of jump out at you. And he jumping around.
Rat Terriers are so smart and active. They're great at all the dog sports. They can do agility, they can do
fly ball. I've seen them in fly ball, absolutely.
They are smart. They're super smart. They love working with their humans.
Very inquisitive.
As you can see right there, looking into the crowd, seeing who's out there looking, admiring him.
This is Beasley.
I love the way they give them treats for all their hard work. This group having to hang around till the end.
The Russell Terrier is slightly smaller in height, different in body structure, and a distinct breed from the Parson Russell Terrier. Both breeds did originate in England as fox hunters, compact enough to be carried on horseback in terrier bags. The Russell Terrier further developed in Australia and comes in 3 coats, smooth, broken, and rough. This is Russell Terrier, number 9.
Thank you. Down to the 3 and back.
The big dive for the bait.
See that little
Found a
move
little treat laying there for him before he gets to go.
And
Call name Dynamite, it can tell. Oh my gosh, she's ready.
This is fabulous.
They are great at detecting snakes. Oh,
I think they're great. He's great at detecting the crowd.
They certainly reacted.
And I will say, this is a high energy breed. So if you're going to get one of these, I think they're great with kids, because the kids would want to play with them all day and the dogs will be in heaven.
Thank you very much, sir. And around, please.
You can see it.
Flexible body for going to the ground is.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier with
Ren,
the spanning and the flexible rib cage. So this is another one of the spannable breeds.
Dynamite's working it.
Says, more importantly, that he's just a character, that's for sure.
The Highland Scot needed a big dog in a small package, all muscle and bone and courage to keep their farms free of ground-dwelling predators. A small, sturdy dog with a thick double coat, Scotties have charmed 3 U.S. presidents with their devotion, determination, and independent thinking. This is Scottish Terrier, number 15.
Can I see his bite? Yes. Thank you. Just to the 3 and back.
And, you know, we talked about the bites a little bit. I will say, when you open a Scottish Terrier's mouth, they have the largest teeth in proportion to the body size.
This is Jasper being handled by Rebecca Cross, who of course is a very highly regarded terrier handler, well known in the sport.
And when this breed gets excited, sometimes too excited, they get what they call Scotty cramp, which their muscles kind of tense up, and they don't walk as comfortably. I imagine. Not a problem.
You know, it's part of that expectation. You know, they get kind of rigid when they're sparring and looking at dogs and getting excited. So they just, terriers, when they're looking, and they're so intense that they just kind of firm up.
The Sealyham Terrier was created in Wales in the mid-1800s for typical terrier hunting activities, including badger and otter. So he had to be tough. Today, Sealyham is a charming dog, adept at many activities, including obedience, agility, therapy, conformation, and generally making his owner's life a happier place. This is Sealyham Terrier, number 9.
And this is Stash, who's being handled by Marjorie Good, who again is very well known in the terrier ring. She's been breeding Sealies for over 50 years. And of course, we all remember Charmin, who was also a very successful dog that won at Westminster, has won at the AKC National Championship, World Dog Show, Crufts. He's done all kinds of winning, several shows.
Thank you, and around, please.
This is the son, the great-grandson.
And this is described as the most intelligent of the terriers.
Yeah, we're just a few
Skye
more.
Terrier evolved on the Isle of Skye to the west of Scotland. He has existed probably 4 centuries and has changed little during that time. He is a hunting breed of enormous loyalty and makes a devoted companion. The Skye is twice as long as he is high with a level top line. This is Skye Terrier, number 7.
Just reminding everybody, we're just a few more away from finishing the terrier group, the final group of the night, and then the 7 group winners from that group. Best in Show, first time ever here at the USTA National Tennis Center. That's live in just a few moments as we continue with Gail Miller-Beischer and Jason Hoke. I'm Chris Myers, and we thank you for staying with us.
And we're going to see the Skye Terrier go. You know, we talked about the Clumber Spaniel being long, low, and level. That's an absolutely important part of this breed as well. And you can see this beautiful, heavy coat. When you touch that coat, it's very thick and hard to touch, but it drapes over the body. It's not a stripped coat. So this coat grows naturally. Moving right along. Those beautiful, large, flared ears off the top of its skull.
Thank you, and around, please.
I love this. This dog is really keen on Ariel. Just looking up, admiring him.
How How are you this evening?
Soft-coated terriers generally come from Ireland, and one of the most beloved of these is the Irish Wheaten Terrier, or as it is known in here, the soft-coated Wheaten Terrier. He was used in Ireland as an all-around farm dog and small game hunter. In temperament, he combines the steadiness of a working dog with the intelligence of a terrier. This is soft-coated Wheaten Terrier, number 15.
And these are really happy dogs that they love. I mean, most dogs, but they really love to cuddle with their owners. I told you that fact that 45% of dogs like to sleep in their owners' beds. Well, this particular breed will be there.
And you know, I can see why, because this dog has one of the most unique coats in the terrier group, because we talk about hard texture, hard texture, hard texture. Well, this dog has a soft and silky coat with this gentle wave to it.
Thus the soft-coated in the title.
The Staffordshire Bull Terrier is a muscular, intelligent breed originating in the coal mining country of England. Originally bred to be a fast, courageous dog with great strength for his small size, he is best known today for his outstanding athletic ability, steady and dependable nature, and love of children. This is Staffordshire Bull Terrier, number 8.
I love this breed. This is one of my favorite breeds in the terrier group. This is Karma, who is a certified service animal, and when not showing, goes to work every day with the owner at a medical office. So I love that the dog is, you know, a show dog, but also
Thank you very much. And around, please.
a therapy dog, and they're so smart. It's just a really smart, fun
the
breed.
bull breeds get a bad rap, and these dogs have such great temperaments. It's how you train them.
The Welsh Terrier is from Wales, bred for hunting fox, otter, and badger. It's a very old breed and still close to its original style, the black and tan color we see today having been established over a century ago. The Welsh Terrier is a friendly, spirited breed, well suited for a young and active family. This is Welsh Terrier, number 7.
And this is a great picture right here, because this is you can see the expression in the eye on this dog. Their eyes are slightly smaller, and they don't have the same expression, say, as a wire fox terrier either. They should have a self-assured look instead of that keen eye of a wire.
Yeah, I mean, they do have a trademark of giving you a stink eye if you ignore them.
Yeah, they're rather self-assured.
Yeah.
I mean, and that fits right into the standard.
Of course, this is Chrome, number 1 Welsh in the country right now, and so maybe, you know, they are self-assured. He should be self-assured.
They're kind of just this masculine terrier, you know. They have more bone, they have a little more rib.
Thank you, sir. And around, please.
Native of the Scottish Highlands, brought to these shores about 100 years ago, the stylish West Highland White Terrier refuses to be ignored. With the heart of a hunter and a brain determined to outwit every adversary, the Westie possesses no small amount of self-esteem. This is West Highland White Terrier, number 15.
Yeah, that's a popular breed in advertising and in the ad community. They've used them to sell everything from dog food to whiskey.
Well, they're so cute. That beautiful white fur, of course. They have the roundish shape to the fur on the head.
And their heads are large under there. When you get into that hair, that head is large.
They got to be 100% white. The coat is hard with a soft undercoat. Westie.
They're a lot of fun. I grew up with Westies. Wonderful family pets, very full of it. Tail up breed.
So that's going to complete the terrier group. It's time to call out the few select and then narrow it down to our final group winner before Best in Show, which we're moments away from live at the USTA National Tennis Center.
I can't wait to see what she does here. This is going to be a great moment to see her cut.
Already got 6 great group winners.
Amstaff, Bedlington, White Bull, Dandy, Carey, Russell, Seeley, Welsh,
That's a beautiful short list of dogs.
Wheatons. Sealy.
Okay, one at a time. Back to where you are.
Here we have the American Staffordshire Terrier.
Trouble. There we go.
And the
All right,
Bedlington
that's the dog's
Terrier.
That's nice.
And the White Bull Terrier is coming up next.
And then Mouse, the Dandy Dinmont. Oh, not there yet. Here he is.
And the Kerry Blue Terrier. And Russell.
Oh, boy. Dynamite is really setting the crowd on fire.
The Sealyham Terrier. And the Welsh Terrier. And the soft-coated Wheaton. Every one of them gave a great show going around the ring.
Amstaff.
Amstaff first. The Dandy Dinmont. It's pulled out in second.
Thank you, everyone.
The Kerry Blue and the Sealyham.
1, 2, 3, and 4.
Wow.
Trouble,
wonderful
the
win.
Amstaff.
Trouble put on a great show. Just a great
Absolutely.
show.
And still active, frisky.
Of course.
I mean, this Terrier group is to best in show in terms of success. What the Yankees have been historically to World Series and titles. And Saturday showcases some of baseball's biggest stars. Manny Machado takes the Padres up against Mookie Betts of the rival Dodgers. Or some of you will see the World Series defending champion Astros battle Tim Anderson of the White Sox. It starts at 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 Pacific on Fox. So we've completed the 7 group winners. 147th edition of the Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show, but the first ever at the Tennis Center, and Jamie Little's with the winner.
Well, a lot of people love this American Staffordshire Trouble. How big is this for you guys? What a competitive group there. You're moving on to Best in Show.
It was history for Amstaff, and Amstaff has never won the group here at Westminster, so he just made history.
What do you want people to know about this breed?
They're just the best family pet that anyone could ever ask. They're all-purpose dogs. They're just simple, the best dog.
Well, congratulations. You only have a few more moments before we'll see you back out here. Congratulations, Trouble. Jenny.
Congratulations. Let's take a look at our 7 winners. The PBGV. Buddy Holly will be competing tonight. We're also going to see a few other dogs like the Pekingese. Rummy will be one of our Best in Show competitors. Winston, the French Bulldog, the Australian Shepherd. Can't forget the English Setter. Giant Schnauzer Monty will be there, and we just saw Trouble. Stick around.
Oh, I need a real boss. Somebody home care.
Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show is sponsored by Purina Pro Plan, nutrition that performs. We're live at the USTA, Billie Jean King National Tennis Center. It's been great to be here all night with Jason and Gail. Exciting. So, of the 7 group winners we have, Best in Show coming your way, 5 are males, and 5 of these breeds have never won Best in Show before. So, a chance for history tonight.
I can't wait for Miss Swigert to see these 7 dogs come in and go around the ring together, and it's going to really take her breath away. This is an absolutely fabulous lineup.
Yeah, and I think maybe yesterday we saw a prediction when Winston jumped up on the platform and said, "I'm the winner." So maybe we'll see him do it again tonight. I don't know, but
Winston was reserved Best in Show. The French Bulldog, again, one of those groups that have never won. It's also like the Australian Shepherd. Will Ribbon get a ribbon and a trophy for the first time ever as Westminster holding Best in Show at the Tennis Center here in New York? And there's Buddy Holly ready to sing a victorious song.
Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show is sponsored by Purina Pro Plan. Well, our field is set, and our best in show judge tonight is Beth Swigert, who has been working towards this honor throughout her judging career. And earlier this evening, Jamie Little had a chance to catch up with her.
Well, Beth Swigert is the best in show judge, and she hasn't been able to see or hear anything. And I know, Beth, you have devoted your life to dogs, to showing, breeding, judging, but now you get to be best in show judge. What does this mean to you?
Well, this is the show that when you're a handler or a breeder is the show that you dream of winning, and when you're a judge, you dream of judging best in show here. And now here I am, able to fulfill a dream.
Well, 7 dogs await you, so Beth will be making her way into the ring shortly, Jenny.
Great stuff. I cannot wait. Best in show next. The English setter will be there along with the giant schnauzer, Monty. We are less than 5 minutes away from what we've been waiting for. Best in show is next. Welcome back. We have seen some incredible dogs throughout the last 2 nights, but right now it's all about 7. The English setter ribbon will be there, and truly, guys, these dogs are the best of the best. That means in 3 minutes, we will crown a new champion. Winston will be there, a Frenchie will be there, and you have to wait and see who will be best in show.
Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show is presented by Purina Pro Plan. Who better to help us define what it means to be a champion? The legend herself, for whom this magnificent facility that we've called home for the last 2 nights is named. 4 U.S. Open titles, 39 Grand Slams. We began with thousands of dogs and then hundreds of breeds. As she mentioned a moment ago, just 7 remain and 1 to be crowned. And this will be history making. 147 years, but the first ever Best in Show naming here at the National Tennis Center. The voice, our ring announcer, Michael Lefebvre.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the 7 group winners competing for Best in Show at the 147th Westminster Dog Show. The winner of the working group, Giant Schnauzer, number 9.
Giant Schnauzer has never won Best in Show.
Being handled by Katie Bernardin. This is the Thai grandson who won reserve Best in Show in 2018.
The winner of the herding group, Australian Shepherd number 24.
And here we have ribbon coming down the walkway, the beautiful purple carpet coming into Arthur Ashe Stadium.
And the Australian Shepherd in search of its first ever Best in Show title.
Being handled by Jessica Ford. Effortless.
The winner of the sporting group, English setter, number 18.
And that is Sider, one of the two females of the 7. And yes, an English setter has won, but it was way back in 1938, the Best in Show winner from this breed.
And this dog is female is being handled by Adam Bernardin, yes, the husband of the handler on the Giant Schnauzer.
Wonder if they're talking much, husband and wife, opposing each other here.
The winner of the Terrier Group, American Staffordshire Terrier, number 7.
Well, you can hear, here comes trouble coming down the hallway.
Yeah. and this is an American Stafford Terrier, has never won Best in Show. First year, 1937, here at Westminster.
Yeah, the power and the grace of this dog.
If he pulls it off, I could just hear trouble in Queens.
The winner of the Hound Group, Pissé Basset Griffon Vendéon, number 7.
I think the crowd will get louder every second we wait for this dog to come out. And when we see it finally make its entrance, I think we're going to hear an eruption from the group. Everybody, here we go.
Buddy Holly.
Buddy Holly, the
Just a
PBGB.
happy-go-lucky, merry dog. And he just looks great going around the ring with Janice Hayes.
A chance for the first ever Best in Show for this breed.
The winner of the non-sporting group, French Bulldog, number 7.
Now the crowd is, look out.
Winston checking out all the hallways when we come down.
Co-owned by Morgan Fox, the NFL player with the Los Angeles Chargers, gained a lot of notoriety last year. Winston.
Here we go.
There he is. Wow, grand entrance. I mean, that's got to be the favorite of this group at this point.
The winner of the toy group, Pekingese, number 11.
And we're going to see a totally different entrance here.
What are you going to call Uber here? What's
and
going on?
I think people are going to ask, why is he doing that? You know, you think
ask.
about a giant Schnauzer walking that long hallway. He's a tall dog, very fast moving.
Exactly.
And then you have the Pekingese. That's not the purpose of a Pekingese. They certainly walk. They have a distinctive gait. But David knows to save the dog's energy till he gets into the group ring.
And that's what I was going to mention. We want the energy when the judge is closely examining.
And David also knows that we need to keep the time here on a live telecast. We need to keep moving, right?
And you know, unhurried and dignified is what the Pekingese should be. And here's the example of that. And David just showed us the stark differences.
Yeah, and the Pekingese of these 7 breeds that are left in the group, the 5 Best in Show, that leads this group, and the last one that came 2021. Elizabeth, call her Beth Swigert from Owensville, Pennsylvania, has the honor of judging Best in Show.
She's a legend in our sport.
She's a legend to me. It's such a great honor to see her come out here in the middle of the big ring.
Thank you.
Breeder.
Thank you.
Professional handler.
Her 6th judging assignment here at Westminster.
The first look. One of the most important, I think, as a judge. It's really where it sets your first impression of each dog. Such a serious moment right now. And I'm sure a little nerves for everybody, the judge and the dog and the handler.
The Giant Schnauzer was almost certainly a herding dog, but became popular as a guard and watchdog when it appeared in Germany in the late 1800s. The miniature Schnauzer, which is shown as a terrier, and the standard and giant, which are shown here as working dogs, are 3 distinct breeds. This is Giant Schnauzer, number 9.
See his mouth? Down and back.
Beautiful outline. Looks fabulous. And now you'll just see him gait.
And again, even though our audience has seen and watched and witnessed the sequestered judge first look.
And you know, when she went over the body, she was feeling for that hard texture. And Beth certainly knows what a hard textured dog should feel like. She's trimmed hundreds of terriers through the years.
And as a professional handler, shown many breeds. She's probably shown giants now.
Well, Katie's happy right now because her dog just came back and nailed the stack and showed perfectly. And you know, that's all we hope for. Their dog looks great and it gives the judge a fair look.
And the stack meaning the stand or the stance of
correct
for the judge.
The Australian Shepherd is an eminently trainable dog. Its athleticism and skill helped it succeed in a wide range of endeavors from search and rescue to obedience, agility, and flyball events. The breed was actually developed in the western United States, where this versatile and intelligent breed has been valued by ranchers for decades as an exceptional herder. This is Australian Shepherd, number 24.
Thank you. Down and back.
Beth has such a gentle hand going over the dogs. That's important. You know, as a judge, you want to feel everything, but there's no reason to be intrusive. She just is so gentle with the dogs. It shows how much she cares about what she's doing right now.
And I think she's going to really appreciate the movement of this Australian Shepherd.
There's no wasted effort. Everything is in sync. It's effortless. It's free. It's light. It looks like it could work for hours.
Outstanding colors, and if we were just judging what's in the eyes, certainly Monty would have an edge.
Yeah, the merle markings are beautiful.
Ribbon looks great tonight.
City, suburb, or country, it makes no matter to the English setter where they live, as long as they live in a house with the people they love. As a family dog, the English setter is unsurpassed. Their even temperament, devotion to quiet manner, ease of care and training, and fondness for children make them an ideal companion. This is English setter, number 18.
Beth started off in Labrador Retrievers, so sporting breeds.
She has a strong background in sporting breeds as well. She's watched the groups and the breeds for many years.
Thank you.
I mean, I know these dogs are used to being shown and being in shows, but it's a long night, pressure. They still have to be on their game for the biggest prize in the sport, in the competition.
And they're professional athletes as well. You know, this is what we condition the dogs. We exercise the dogs. So this, while this seems hard for all of us, the dogs enjoy it. And to them, it's just another run in the park.
And let's remember that last year the English setter won the sporting group. So
that's right. Beautiful English setter last year as well.
The American Staffordshire Terrier is a trustworthy and courageous companion whose intelligence, strength, and agility make him an excellent all-around dog. The breed originated from Bulldog Terrier crosses in the early 1800s. Petey, the star dog of the 1930s R-Gang comedies, was one of the first to be AKC registered. This is American Staffordshire Terrier, number 7.
You know, and here the exam's a little simpler in some ways. There's not a lot of coat to go through. But you know, what she's going to feel now is the muscle tone, the strength of the dog. And it's so important in this breed.
Found a piece of bait.
Sabotage, I think.
Right?
I think that was sabotage.
These are just so different.
And that's where the expertise of a best in show judge comes in. You have all these different breeds from every group, and maybe they're not your strongest point. To be a best in show judge, you have to study all of the breeds in every group.
Thank you. Right around.
And that's why she's entrusted to do this, because we consider her an expert in all of them.
That dog's in great, great physical condition.
Let's check in with Jamie Little.
Well, Chris, the next dog to come up is the PBGV, Buddy Holly. And now he is shown all over the world. And this is the first time showing in America. But last night when he won the group, his breeder, Gavin Robertson, hopped on a plane and arrived here today. He has a great relationship with Janice Hayes, the handler, and together they have high hopes for this beautiful dog. Michael?
With a naturally rough, wiry coat and an outgoing, active, and independent personality, the Petit Basset Griffon Vendéen, or PBGV, is a pack dog, a French hound breed. It is the shortest of the 4 Griffon Vendéen breeds, hence the name Petit, meaning small. This is Petit Basset Griffon Vendéen, number 7.
Can you see his mouth? Thank you. Down and back again.
The Petit Basset is always a crowd pleaser here at
I'm waiting for the
Westminster.
roar. I'm waiting for the roar.
I figured I'd talk before the roar so we could appreciate it. And there we go.
Rob Gronkowski, the fan.
How can you not be a fan of this? No matter what football team you want to root for.
He's on. He's so happy.
Nice. Great performance.
The end for me.
There you go. Nice job. Buddy Holly looks fabulous.
Originating in the 1800s as a companion for English lace makers, the smaller French bulldog shares a common ancestor with the modern bulldog. After being exported to France, these funny little clowns became very popular in Paris. Today they are very popular companion breed throughout the world. This is French Bulldog, number 7.
You know, and here's another smooth-coated dog, Winston, the French Bulldog. And this dog is based on its shape, a large square head, bat-like ears, the rise over the loin.
Ended the run of the Labrador Retriever as the most popular breed in America, the French Bulldog.
It's a great breed. They have wonderful temperaments. They're easy to care for.
And as we saw earlier, quite the athlete coming in.
They are. They're very active.
And if we're judging if it's up to this crowd, not just popular across the country, but in here.
Okay, right around for me, sir.
Winston is taking her second run at Best in Show, isn't it?
And it looks like he could be an NFL player. Mentioned the owner, Morgan Fox. How about Rob Gronkowski? Gronkowski is a fan and sent this out. Rooting for Winston. I'm sure people at home, too, have their particular dog at this point they're rooting for. Back to Michael.
Pekingese dates to the 8th century in China, where he was considered sacred. His tapering hindquarters, massive front end, and mane earned him the name Lion Dog. The standard calls for an unhurried, dignified, and rolling gait, as you see here. The Pekingese has long been one of the most popular of all toy breeds. This is Pekingese, number 11.
And here's the opposite extreme. We have to go all the way into the coat to feel for that pear-shaped body, that low-slung dog, high-set tail, beautiful envelope-shaped head. Those are all the things that Beth's looking for right now as she goes over a Pekingese.
And again, Beth has had toy breeds and bred toy breeds. She knows the toy breeds.
She and David competed quite a bit in the group. That she had Affenpinchers that did very well. So another group that she's very at home
in. And of course, David has shown and won at Westminster with other Pekingese. He's very successful.
Best in Show. One he bred. This is another one of the bred. Rummy.
Right around.
You know, sometimes they just make you laugh when you look at them. They look up at you and it just makes you smile.
And Rummy's a young dog, so he's really just starting off.
Hardly shown at all this year. He's actually only in 5 dog shows all year this year.
Do we have an age for Rummy?
He's probably around 2 now.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would, yeah.
He's a young dog.
Youngest ever to win Best in Show under a year.
This is a great look again. So now she's narrowing it down. She's probably getting it down to 2 or 3 dogs.
And of course, Chris, people always ask, does the crowd affect the judge's decision? But Jason, I think you'll agree, once you're in there working as a judge, you don't.
One at a time, please, around to the end.
You're not fazed by the noise around you. You're in your own world.
You know, this is your time to say what is the best dog in the world. You know, and you don't want to compromise based on clapping. You want to pick what you feel represents the AKC standards the best.
The reason the judge is sequestered for this particular decision, a judge to be unbiased.
And you know, it's a pleasure to go in blind and just be surprised with what you have. It's really a nice feeling.
I remind our audience, both you and Gail have judged and shown dogs before.
We both have grown up and we're aspiring, right, Jason? Someday. It's
Absolutely.
a dream. Everybody in the sport dreams of judging Best in Show at Westminster.
Well, you don't have to be a breeder, an owner, or handler to enjoy this moment and to enjoy these dogs. People at home.
We all love the dogs, and we all love the tradition of Westminster Kennel Club, and that's what this show is based on, the beautiful traditions for all of these years.
Yeah, people at home, the viewers, they have their own standards of what they're seeing, what they know, and what they like or what they've watched over the last couple of nights.
Isn't that the beauty of the sport? Something for everybody out here. There really is.
And I think we can all agree it's really just about the love of dogs. And honoring the heritage of the breeds.
I think we have a decision.
Really?
She's going
All
to the
right.
table.
This is big.
This is where she marks her judges, her official AKC judges book.
You get the trophy, the cup, and a ribbon.
And I can tell you from experience, awarding Best in Show and writing the name in the book is sometimes the hardest part of this assignment because you get so nervous that you've made your decision. And this is the moment where you come out and you tell everybody who you feel is Westminster's Best in Show.
There we go.
Okay.
Of course, first will be reserve Best in Show.
Come back and get the other one.
Yes,
All right.
and then we'll get our...
And then Best in Show. That's right. This is
Patience.
reserve.
Best in Show.
A little bit now, a little bit later, or wait till
I'll wait till Best in Show. Okay. Reserve Best in Show tonight at Westminster Kennel Club is the Pekingese.
Ah, wonderful. David Fitzpatrick with Rummy, the Pekingese.
That's wonderful. From the toy group, I'm very excited for him. That's great. And a young dog who's got a whole career ahead of him. Although it's going to be hard to beat reserve at Westminster.
You can see the joy in David. And now Beth's going to come out and present Best in Show.
Okay, here we go. Don't trip over the... Yeah, she tripped and broke her neck. No one will ever know. Okay, I'd just like to say a few words. First of all, I want to thank everyone connected with the Westminster Kennel Club for putting on such a fabulous extravaganza of dogs. And for inviting me to be part of it. I want to thank the breeders who, with their dedication, have produced these wonderful animals. The handlers and their assistants who worked so hard to present them in such beautiful condition and so well behaved.
And most of all, I want to thank the dogs themselves who give so much to our lives, whether it's here in the show ring or in the field or even just greeting us when we come home at the door. Thank you. Best in show tonight is the PBGB.
It's Buddy Holly.
Buddy Holly, handled by Janice Hayes.
Buddy Holly.
It's a tremendous moment for Janet and Buddy.
And the dog, Buddy Holly, is owned by Janice Hayes, Lizzie Cadmore, Kathy O'Neill, and Donna Moore. Congratulations to all of those owners.
Holy PBGB. On top of the world in New York, the first ever Westminster Kennel Club Best in Show held at the USTA National Tennis Center. And there is your King of Queens.
Buddy Holly did it all. Oh, Janice.
That's just fabulous. Janice is thrilled. It's a great moment between the two of them right now.
And a record-setting moment, first ever in the history books, the PBGB. Stay with us. We're live in New York. Tears of joy and excitement. We're going to hear from the winner and a closer look at Buddy Holly, the winning dog here. It's game, set, match. It's all over. Victorious for Buddy Holly.
All of my life I've been waiting. Tonight there'll be no hesitating.
The Petit Basset Griffon Vendéen is our new Best in Show winner. We need to hear from such a special dog. Jamie Little, take it away.
Well, we've talked to Janice a couple of times, and of course, Buddy Holly, and there was just a feeling yesterday, something special. Can you put into words what you're feeling right now, what this means to you being an owner and the handler?
Overwhelmed. I never thought a PBGB would do this, and I have dreamed of this since I was 9 years old, so I'm not going to tell you how many years that ago, but it's been a while, and this breed I've been passionate about for over 20 years, and to do it with a dog of this quality is, and to have the breeder here and my husband, and hi everyone at home. We just went Best in Show at Westminster.
Janice, what do you want people to know about this breed and about Buddy Holly in particular?
Buddy Holly is the epitome of a show dog. Nothing bothers him. He loves all the cameras. He's very hungry because it's past dinner time. But he's just everything a PBGB should be: hard-headed, stubborn, happy. He moves just so easily, and we are just so proud of him. And this is so surreal.
You're a Best in Show winner at Westminster. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Way to go, Buddy! Jenny! Oh, the emotion, the excitement. I mean, tears. I'm getting emotional. It is hard to believe that is it for the 47th Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show. I never want this week to end. Thank you so much to the Westminster Kennel Club for another fantastic week. We cannot wait to do it again next year. Take it from me, if you ever get a chance to surround yourself with all these dogs, you should do it. Congratulations, Buddy Holly, for everyone at Fox Sports and the WKC. Go hug your dog. Have a great night.